Hello! Okay, I will switch to... I did not set up the game capture yet. Hold up, this should be quick. Huh? 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 Yes, okay, that works. Nice. Uh, can I unselect it here before I do something stupid? Too lazy to figure that out. Okay, no, I'm gonna set the music a little bit quieter. Hold up. Okay, now I can hear my own thoughts again. Like, okay, now maybe it's really quiet. Oh, a bit louder. I need to fade it. Hold up. Is this fine? Sounds fine. I'm gonna keep it at this, honestly. This is fine. Okay, so today I'm gonna play Bed and Theater. I have seen actually like almost everything of this game, except that I never played it myself before, and that is something I really wanted to do, so I might have impulsively bought the game today. Before we're gonna start this game though, you can clearly see a content warning that I'm gonna read, and I also have exclamation mark TW activated in my chat that says like the violence. I didn't tag blood or gore, I think, but notice, if you choose to enter Bed and Theater, you will witness many scenes involving violence, murder, and death. The things I trigger warned with the command, but I think I will also mention it every time someone, well, not joins the stream, because I don't know when someone joins the stream, but like says something in stream like, hello. I will just give a quick, hey, this game involves violence and death, be aware. Despite this dark subject matter, the overall tone of my story is meant to be light-hearted. Not too graphic and never lingering too long in any particular misery. With that said, hold up. Like, not lingering too long. Watch me start talking about something in the middle of like a brutal scene and just having it on screen for like 10 minutes because I got distracted. I see myself do that, and if I do it, I'm very sorry. I'm gonna try not to do that because I don't think that would be very nice for people. And again, if you're sensitive to this content, just don't watch this stream or the VOD or whatever you watch. With that said, please access the theater if you feel overwhelmed by despair. My intention is not to harm but to entertain. I hope you enjoy the show. Signed, your playwriter. Yeah, so like, don't watch it if you're sensitive to this content. I might... Well, with Little Nightmares I'm a bit more like, hey, everyone knows this is a horror game. I say it is a horror game, so I assume people at least are a bit more aware about it. This game looks very like cutesy. That's maybe me being very sensitive to the pixel art, but just giving you a warning and a heads up. I'm gonna quickly fill my glass with some lemonade and then I will start the game. Or we will enter the theater, because that's what it's called. It looks very cool though. I like the mask. Honestly, I also want to... Well, not a mask exactly like that, but like a theater mask. Something like not sadness or misery or... What are those two called again? You have those two... Hold up. You have two very specific... Theater mask... names. Theater mask. Tragedy and comedy, right, those two masks. That's what this basically reminds me of, but then a more cutesy, child-friendly version. It looks very cool though. Okay. Yeah, I filled my glass, I have set everything up for stream. I think I can enter the theater, because the only other options are settings and the music that I don't have access to. So we enter the theater. Welcome to Bed and Theater. On this stage, we shall be toying with fate. You will make many choices, unlocking darker and darker paths, all in order to witness a lovely Hold up. Oh, don't tell me the freaking... Ah, the bot failed on me. I feel betrayed. I'm gonna go Google Translate then. Hold up. Now I wanna know how to freaking say it. I wanna know.
Variety.
Variety! Right. That's... I always struggle with that word for some reason. It's like, I can copy it, but I cannot say it. Hold up, let me quickly get rid of my chat message. Thank you. Why is it? I'm gonna see after stream why that is not working. We'll figure it out after. To witness a lovely variety of tragic events. I'm already slipping up with the word again. I don't know. I have like this hate relationship. Not even love and hate, no. Just a hate relationship with this very specific word. Because no matter how many times I hear it, I can only like parrot it back. Like I can only copy it right after I'd heard it. After that, I'm going to completely forget it again. But first, allow me to explain how it works. To begin the tutorial, select whichever doll you like. You are the demon doll, you are the human doll. Welcome to the tutorial, select the doll. Oh, okay. Okay, but like, demons are cooler. I'm gonna go with demon. You control the demon doll. You're a fierce looking guy, just minding your own business. How will you interact with the human doll? Attack it. Play nice, play nice. You try to make friends with the human doll, but it kills you in cold blood. How ruthless. Ow! You found your very first bad ending. But don't worry, the story need not end here. The story need not end here. I feel like that's a special English that I don't use really often, so it kind of tripped me up. Let's reset the stage and try again. I wanted to say restart the stage and I tripped over my word. This time, try controlling the other doll. You control the human doll. You're a friendly little guy, just minding your own business. How will you interact with the demon doll? Get it! No, we're also gonna play nice. And now the friends! You and the demon doll are able to set aside your differences and become friends. Why, this isn't a bad ending at all. I should have written out this possibility. It's just not suited for my theater whatsoever. Now that you know how the story goes, you can set the doll's behavior in advance. As you just saw, these behaviors will automatically be set to whatever you choose during your last playthrough. But now you can turn each one on or off without having to replay from that doll's perspective. Yes, my theater actually doubles as a puzzle game, and I like puzzle games. Now, try turning the doll's behaviors on and off to see what the different outcomes. I want them both hostile. Yes, or, well, attack demon. I want them both hostile and wicked, I guess. How do I start? Oh, I need to choose. You know, when you choose a doll, you also need to be the doll. Or no, when you choose the attributes. It's not like they're suddenly not gonna play. Minding your own business, how I will attack it. You both attack each other at once and die together. I just see some very cliche, like you stick each other's swords through the other's chest. And just speech each other's on the sword and just die like that. Why does it remind me? Didn't that happen in like Sword Art Online, like the first game, like actual Sword Art Online before the whole fairy stuff? I feel like that happened in there. I believe so. Yeah. End tutorial. I'm done. Yeah, I understand that. I already understood how to play because of like the things I saw of this game, but now everyone knows how we play this game. Yeah, I get it. Explain from the beginning. No. I don't know why. I think it's like the letter type, the font of the letters. Thank you, web design class, for actually teaching me something. But beginning looks very trippy here, and I'm gonna click here before I accidentally click on that and have to air it all over again. This game saves your progress automatically, so just relax and collect all the bad endings at your own pace. Now, without further ado, let's start the show. Oh god, now I have to... Oh, I got the achievement. Why is my achievement up here instead of down here like they normally are? Did I move something? I think I did something with my... what's it called? Settings. Welcome to Bed and Theater. You completed the tutorial. Enjoy the show. Okay, we can be funny looking guy with the belt around his head. And the sword. That looks like a toy sword. We can be the maiden, who looks adorable. We can... I wanted to say, and we can become the very pretty overlord. I want to be this gremlin. I'm gonna be the underling. I want to be the gremlin. I know I'm gonna play them all in the end, but like, he looks great and I forgot how he looked. You are a demon underling. In service of the overlord. You aren't particularly strong, but not particular weak either. That's what your friends... That's what your friends tell you? Oh, that sounds like a way of saying you're actually very weak. But we don't want to hurt your feelings. So, yeah. Ow. Your job is to guard the castle and keep humans away. Sounds logical. It's unbearably boring. Also logical. Heroes rarely come all the way here to challenge the Overlord anyway. It's a lot of standing in one place, staring into nothing. That sounds so boring. You feel like you're gonna go crazy if you don't get a break. You decide to ask the Overlord for a day off. Oh. Why does it look kind of cool though? I like that you can see here like the angry eyes, but then the third eye is still open. She gives you an earful about responsibility and unquestioning obedience. You wait for her to finish her lecture before returning to your post. What does she know about anything? Who made her the boss of everyone? You complain about the Overlord to your friends. I like also this design, it also looks very cool. Only this looks a bit questionable or weird. Since like he has these type of horns and then is this also a horn or is it part of his hair? I don't know. They agree that she's kind of a snob and totally deserves to be kicked off her throne. You only wanted to vent your frustrations, but the conversation somehow turned into an assassination plot. You should probably steer this in a responsible direction. No violence. 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 Let's overthrow her. No. You're sick of this Overlord holding you and your friends back. You agree that it's time for a change of management. Your friends suggest maybe you should be the new Overlord. You like the sound of that. You announce your first act of rebellion is to take the day off like you wanted. That's, yes. Rebellion! Hold up. I just saw that maybe if I move Mini-Me a bit up, like over here, you guys can see, hold up. It's just the buttons, but then you guys can completely see the buttons. Okay. That's very rebellious of you. Your friends aren't very impressed. You assure them you will talk more about the assassination thing when you get back, which satisfies them. It was part of his forehead, okay, so not his head. I should just like here, wait, back. It still looks a bit weird, since I would assume if he has black horns that this would also be black. But you know what? I'm not gonna question it. You sneak out of the castle to have some fun. The change of atmosphere excites you. You spend some time rolling around in the grass, wild and free. As you make your way along the path to the nearby human village, you encounter a maiden. Okay, my question is, if like the demons and humans are really supposed to be enemies and we're gonna fight at every turn and things like that, wouldn't like, why would you go to the village? That's kind of my question, you know? She seems very frightened and screams for her hero to come save her. You consider your options. Gobble her up. Tell her to quit yelling. I wanted to say cannibalism, but that's not really what's happening here, since he is in fact a demon and not a human, so... Maidens aren't the best meal. You figure you should live up to your demon name and strike back against humans. Yeah, we're gonna do a revolution. Let's also give ourselves a bad name. You stop devouring the maiden without so much as a second thought, and feel quite proud of that. Oh. Other humans would surely praise you with curses if they were around to see you. Oh man, if only someone could have been watching. It's a weird thing to want, but okay. Time to find an audience for your evil deeds. You wander into the nearby village, and that's how you get killed, my friend. The people are screaming and running away, throwing rocks at you and whatnot. You think that's pretty rude of them, yeah, but also you're covered in blood. Like around the mouth and hands. That's pretty obvious that something happened. You haven't even done anything yet. You're covered in blood. Put on a show. Change your mind. You know, we should just put on a show, even if that probably means that with like the skull. You attack the nearest human. He is old and weak, and his bones crunch delightfully. Your audience screams, grow louder. Applause! I think we have two very different definitions of applause, but okay. You think, hey, this is actually pretty fun. I should have taken revenge like this a lot sooner. As you continue your bloodthirsty dance, striking the villagers down, you fail to notice a sword-wielding hero running towards you. Oh. Oh. He takes you out in one swift blow. You're just a demon underling, after all. You die. As you die, you think, that was totally worth it. The curtain closes. Performer underling end. Oh, I got an achievement again. Hold up. The underling performs a brilliant masquerade. They are slain by the hero. Set the stage. Now we can go here with like the bad end and then can see. Okay, so we have 11 endings for the hero, 9 for the underling, 11 for the maiden, 10 for the overlord. And we just did the underling. Okay, the underling begins their story. I'm granted the day off. We weren't granted the day off. The underling brings the maiden to the castle. The underling gets involved in a plot to treat... Yeah, we got involved in the plot. That's a thing, yeah. The underling gets involved, yeah. Divorce the maiden. Bad ending. Here's the bad ending. We got a performer's ending. Okay, then we have the underling returns to the castle. Okay. Ooh. Okay, I will see this later. Ooh, what's this? No, I don't want to exit the theater. Well, this loyal and hungry, then he's exactly gonna do as I just did. So if we now play the maiden, we will be eaten by the underling. Oh no. Oh, why does she have to look so adorable right as I set her up to die? Oh, this is just cruel. You are a maiden. You live in a peaceful village next to the spooky demon overlord castle. I wanted to say with like, oh yeah, human logic. You have this incredibly spooky overlord castle. Let's just build a civilization right next to it, because that's a smart thing to do. Then again, if COVID has proven anything, is that humans can be incredibly stupid. So fair enough. You're told that you are fated to be captured by the Overlord one day, because you are a beautiful young grill. You're a beautiful young grill. Oh no, I just see a barbecue in front of my eyes. No. Demon overlords apparently love capturing those. You think of how you haven't heard of that actually happening to anyone. But maybe the demons just haven't been given the opportunity. Who knows? You are in church. You pray to your god, asking why you have been born in this role of maiden. Why is she so adorable? Now I feel so guilty for making the underling hungry, but I also want the ending because I want to collect them all. You respect the divine plan and all, but you are really just curious as to what the point of this is. You are impatient. Meeting a demon actually sounds pretty gosh darn exciting. Maybe you would understand your role better if you were just to hurry up and get captured already. Oh, poor girl. You'll leave a note and venture forth to find the demon. Just to, see what happens. I like that she left the note in the church. With like, yes, someone is totally gonna read this. Uh-huh. Yeah. Like, the church looks really empty. Who knows? Probably no one is gonna visit that church for like the rest of the day. Not long into your little adventure, a demon underling appears before you. It looks pretty scary. He looks very funky. What are you talking about? He looks like... Okay, he kind of looks huggable. He looks adorable. Well, in his story, she did end up shouting for her hero to come and save her. You yell, but the hero does not come. The demon suddenly jumps you and starts biting a lot. How painful. This plan of yours was completely stupid, you think. Why couldn't you have been more patient? Why did you go looking for trouble? You aren't angry or anything, of course. This was all your fault for trusting a demon not to devour you on sight. This is your punishment for questioning fate, you guess. Bit by bit, you are swallowed by the demon until you are no more. Consumed maiden ending. Why does that sound so funny? The maiden is immediately eaten by the underling. She doesn't stand a chance. That's just me reading like the achievements I get after every... what if you go with polite? Wait, we will just play every one first before I start doing second ones. Yeah, here bad ending, hungry. So if he is hungry, we get this ending. So it's telling us how to get certain endings. You are the hero! You like to think of yourself as a reliable and swell guy. Your life has been rather ordinary, aside from the occasionally heroic adventures fighting evil monsters and whatnot. You are told a maiden from your village has been kidnapped and is likely being held captive at the nearby demon overlord's castle. Who even puts a village right next to where an entire demon army hangs out? You know, that's exactly what I just said. Humans just don't think sometimes. I know, right? I can... The hero and I can be on one mind... What's it called? One wavelength sometimes. You're happy to protect the townspeople, though. You were born to play this role. You head off on your adventure to rescue the maiden. But demon soldiers block your path. You could kill them to gain experience. Yeah, just... We've been on a murder path so far. Let's just stop the murdering after a while, but let's just go for it right now. You make quick work of the foul creatures who stood in your way. You feel much stronger now. After a long trek, you make it to the castle's front gate. You are faced with an army of demons that all look very intimidating. There's no way to sneak past these monsters if you want to reach the Overlord. Didn't we just get covered? I saw like in the image blood on my face. So ask if they will let you in. It's not gonna do anything. Since like you're covered in blood, and I'm assuming that they know the difference between human and demon blood. So let's go on a more murder. Yeah, see, we were already covered in blood. You gather your courage. This is what must be done in order to rescue the maiden. These are all evil demons anyway. The world is much safer with them gone. That's what you tell yourself while you kill one after another on your way to the Overlord's chamber. The Overlord appears, demanding to know what the heck you're doing. Murdering all her soldiers. You get straight to the point and ask her where the maiden is. She feigns ignorance. A convincing act, but you won't be fooled. If the maiden isn't here, then what happened to her? You can see only one answer. The Overlord definitely captured her. In fact, it's possibly she has already been devoured. I mean, yes, but not by the Overlord. Thinking about the poor maiden's fate fills you with hatred. You fight the Overlord, everything you've got. You have become strong from the hordes of demons you took down before this final battle. The Overlord is almost no match for you. Ooh. You cut her to pieces. The Overlord has fallen. You breathe a sigh of relief, but your job is not yet finished. You search the castle. Unfortunately, you find no sign of the maiden when it's within its walls. It's just as you suspected. She must have already been devoured. You feel hollow. A great evil has been banished from this world. But what does it matter if you were too weak to save someone? You stand alone amidst the carnage and ponder what it means to be a hero. You return to the Overlord's remains and wrap her head in your cape to bring back to the village. Surely your great victory will be celebrated. Failed hero end. The hero slays the overlord. He never knows what became of the maiden. Okay. Then we only have the overlord at the moment. Oh, she's also cute. Well, more pretty, not really cute. Pretty. Pretty is the word I would use. You are the overlord. You live in a castle surrounded by your demon servants. It's a very cushy life? Cushy life? You think. Except for those pesky humans who keep killing your members of your army. Like, who in the right mind would kill demons? It's not as if they have this entire stigma around them. There's even a role called hero, whose whole purpose in life is just to dethrone you. What's their deal anyway? You've actively avoided pissing off the humans in hopes they will leave you and your army alone, but they never do. You're still new to the whole overlord thing, if you're being quite honest with yourself. You don't really understand the politics of it. Are you the best fit to the position then? But you remind yourself everyone is just doing their best to fulfill their roles. You won't let them bait you into being the evil overlord they expect. You think you're pretty cool and mature to hold yourself to the higher standard like that. Okay, but like in these situations, it doesn't really matter if someone is being more mature or cooler if the other one just doesn't care. Okay. One of your underlings walks into your room, totally interrupting your thoughts about how awesome you are. They are saying something about how boring it is to stand in one place, guarding the castle all the time, especially since no one ever comes here anyway. You see their point, but the way they're whining about it kind of bothers you. What do you do with this underling? Tell them to get back to work. But then I will unlock the tyrant, and I kind of want the tyrant trait. So we're gonna be mean. You give them a lecture about responsibility and questioning obedience. Your servants ought to do what they're told, whether they like it or not. They look really unhappy with you, but you're sure they will thank you for this later. Venturing too far from the castle tends to spell death. You dismiss the underling and lie down in your nice and comfy overlord bed. All that lecturing made you want to take a nap. You fall asleep pretty quickly. Just another one of your amazing talents as overlord. I don't think I would want an overlord that could fall asleep quickly. Kind of sounds like a bad thing, to be honest. You wake to a huge commotion outside. A hero has shown up and started totally murdering your soldiers. What the heck? Why? You rush out into the battlefield to confront this jerkwad. You curse at him and very rudely inquire his reasons for doing all this. The hero yells at you, demanding you return the maiden you're holding captive. You don't know what he's talking about, but you can't forgive his actions. You do battle with the hero, but he has grown strong from cutting down your army. You are unable to defeat him. With decisive swings, he steps and cuts you into pieces. You fall. You have failed your subjects. You spit curses weakly. You wish you'd be stronger. Maybe you were never suited to be the overlord in the first place. The truth was, you were never that much more powerful than the demons who served you. It was the title, the control that gave you strength. These are your thoughts as you are swallowed by darkness. Conquered overlord end. The Overlord loses to the hero. She dies, lamenting her lack of strength. Okay, now we have done everything once. So, we have had this ending. Uh-huh. Okay, I think I want to try get another ending with the underling. Because what if we choose the like not hungry option? Because it doesn't really matter if we get the day off or not. I think I do want to go with this loyal trait. But not the hungry, because then the underling will bring the maiden to the castle, I believe. So, polite, hungry, disloyal, tyrant, dutiful. Let's keep it dutiful first. Okay. I will play as the maiden. Yeah. Ba, ba, ba. I will skip this bit. Okay. Introduce yourself. You tell the demon your name and explain that you're a maiden from the village. You tell them that you were thinking maybe you could understand your role better if you were to hurry up and get taken away by the demon already. The demon doesn't seem to have really been listening to you, which is a little irritating. They agree that to take you to their master nonetheless. After a long walk to the castle, you are introduced to the Overlord. She lectures the underling that brought you here, who was apparently told not to leave their post. You wonder what cruel punishments awaits them. But to your surprise, she lets them off easy. The underling is dismissed, and the Overlord turns to you, looking very interested. You explain why you've come, and she squints at you. I like the height difference. Oh, that's adorable. Like, of course they're standing away, but you can clearly see that the maiden is smaller than the Overlord. Oh, that's so funny. It turns out she never had any plans to capture maidens or to do anything else that would agitate the humans. You wonder for a moment, if she might be lying, but it doesn't really seem like it. Still, this doesn't make sense to you. You've always been told that demons would one day seek you out and something awful would happen. Then a hero would come to your rescue. You don't want to believe you've been lied to all along. Maybe it's just that you haven't been maiden-like enough? You ask the Overlord what you should be doing to be a more suitable maiden. But she doesn't seem to understand. Just go home and stop worrying about destiny so much? She makes it sound so simple. This Overlord seems like the complete opposite of you. You want to learn more about her and how she thinks. You insist on staying to talk with her more. The Overlord shares many stories about demons with you. And little by little, you realize they might not be the ruthless monsters you were raised to believe. Why are all these pictures so adorable? Look at the smile, look at the blush, look how cute she looks. As it turns out, she commanded her demons to avoid towns and villages. She didn't want to risk giving the humans any excuse to send a hero out after them. Fair enough. You realize that must be why you've never heard of any demons attacking your town. Yeah, that's kind of the logical conclusion. You express your gratitude. To the Overlord on behalf of your village. Well, probably wouldn't be that happy, but sure. She says you can thank her by telling the humans to stop raising heroes. She's tired of her servants getting killed off by them. I mean, fair. You've always thought demons were violent and unreasonable creatures, but it seems the Overlord could say the same about humans. You may be different, but really they are just trying to live their lives. The same as you. You feel like you're starting to understand things a lot better. But maybe everything I've said was to deceive you. And the other humans? What would you do if I turned out to be super evil all along? Even if she were to capture you now, you think this place is far more interesting than the way things are back home. You kind of like not being told to expect demons to come after you all the time. You feel free. That's so adorable and so sad. Imagine getting told your entire life that your whole point is to get kidnapped by demons every day. That's the only thing you hear. That's no wonder she feels free now. I would never go back to that village, to be honest. I would maybe I would go back to grab my stuff and then be like, ciao, and then just move in with the demons. Like, what do you mean they captured me? No. I moved in since you guys were just being mean. Oh, this is an adorable picture. Honestly, you've always kept to yourself. But spending time with this Overlord has been very nice. You feel butterflies in your stomach. Ooh, a crush? No, but keeping to yourself, I get that. It's basically just everyone in your lives keeps telling you that you will get captured by demons and it's gonna be a you problem. And this is so much nicer. Why was everyone being unreasonable? I guess it's the whole story thing, of course, but you guys could be a little less rude about it. Hello? Please? Then again, I feel these people in this game are not reasonable at all. But then, a hero barged into the room. His clothes are stained with a dark liquid. It's dripping from his weapon too. Okay, so I'm just assuming demon blood is black or something, because otherwise I would assume it would be less dark. I mean, blood is a dark red, but not dark. You realize it must be demon blood. Something horrible has happened. Confused, the hero asks you, what's going on? You explain the situation, reassuring him that you were never in any danger. The Overlord has walked past the hero and out into the hall. She's wailing. You can only guess what kind of horrible scene he's left for her. The Overlord tears the hero apart in retaliation. You watch silently, unable to scream. The Overlord, who you had just been getting along with so well, has killed another human right in front of you. It's clear now that you had been deceived by her. Sweet words, demons are ruthless monsters after all. I'm sorry, but you can very easily switch sides. Jeez. 1 moment you're oh, I was raised you guys were bad, but you guys aren't that bad at all. Yeah, okay, I can kind of get that side. If something you grew up with gets disproven, that's pretty easy to do. But come on. Go immediately from I kind of okay, I mean, it is murder, right in front of you. But to immediately believe you've been deceived? kind of weird. You somehow manage to slip past the Overlord and make it out of the blood-soaked castle. You never look back. Escape main ending A. Ooh, there's another one. The maiden is saved from the Overlord. Okay, reset the stage. Now I want to know, how would I get ending? Ooh, then I need to do something with the hero first. But with the hero, I can have for what's done. Oh, if you make him apologize, is that then like ending B? Huh. So let's see what would happen. Yeah, okay, blah 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 blah. You know, we will just keep fighting for now. Okay, we have also had did be dutiful again. You find the maiden being held captive by the Overlord, just as you suspected. But for some reason, you can't sense anything sinister happening. Sinister. You know what? You guys watch me. You guys can deal with my butchered English. I like the shocked face. I'm now pissed and oh no, I did something bad. You all look at each other in surprise and confusion. This is no time to hesitate. Destroy the Overlord. Ask the maiden what's going on. Okay, so this happened in like the Overlord ending. No wait, the maiden ending. That means the Overlord's gonna kill the hero, so if we go with destroy the Overlord, Maiden is gonna become even more traumatized. Well, she's gonna become traumatized. She's not traumatized at the moment yet. But the hero kind of messed up. So if we go destroy the Overlord, you lung forward, drive your blade through the evil Overlord. She screams, then falls silent. The Overlord has been slain. Oh god, you're covered in blood. You smile, offering the maiden your hand. Oh, that would be terrifying. She takes it after slight hesitation. She must be surprised at how strong you are, or maybe horrified that you're covered in blood. You escort the maiden home. She is oddly quiet on the trek back to the village. She must be too shy to speak. I know that's called trauma, my dude. The villagers are very pleased with what a good job you've done, slaying the Overlord and saving a hostage. They throw a huge celebration in your name. You are remembered for generations as the greatest hero the village has ever seen. A triumphant hero end. The hero slays the Overlord. He brings the maiden home. Okay. Meaning that if we go with Herodic, and then the maiden, and okay, if we skip polite, wait, no, go back. Shout for the hero to come save you. You yell, but the hero does not come. The demon is put off by your sudden shouting and asks you to keep it down. You apologize. I mean, fair enough. If I'm gonna talk with someone and they're just gonna keep screaming in my face, I'll also be like, shut up, please! Why are you screaming? They seem more confused than hostile, which totally catches you off guard. Tell the demon your name and explain that you're from the village from the maiden. Yeah, okay, so this is the same thing. Yeah, okay, so if we skip, go back one bit. Okay, so this is like the hero enters the room. His clothes are stained with dark liquid. It's dripping from his weapon too. You realize it must be demon blood. Something horrible has happened. The hero suddenly dashes towards the Overlord, sword drawn. Protect her. Ooh, we can protect her. Okay, first I'm gonna do nothing, then I will skip again. And we're gonna protect her. I wanna see what that does. But this is the ending we just got, and I wanna know if this is ending B. The hero blade pierces the Overlord, and she lets out a horrible scream. You flinch. The Overlord is slain. The hero smiles and holds out his hand to you, saying, "It's time to go home." This is as terrifying as I expected it to be, like smiling, covered in blood. Like, dude, you're not doing yourself any favors with this. His glove is drenched in blood. Hesitantly, you take his hand. Now your hand is covered in blood. The hero guides you through the castle, past the corpses of his enemies. You try to keep your eyes at your feet. There's blood everywhere. You shut your eyes, but even then you can't escape the smell. All of this was because of you, wasn't it? You exit the castle, and the hero leads you back to the village. Everyone celebrates the hero's great triumph over the demons. You feel sick, but you take part in the festives recklessly. The compliant maiden. So this is not ending B. The maiden stands by as the hero slay the Overlord. Yeah, okay. But then, hold up. Interesting. Compliance escaped. Okay. Now I want to know what is gonna happen if we jump in front of this word. We're gonna introduce ourselves. Protect her! You selflessly throw yourself in front of the hero's blade, acting as a shield. It's funny, you think. You never could have imagined this would be the way that you die. The rules are switched around, but it feels right to you somehow. You are glad your destiny turned out to be saving someone rather than being saved yourself. As your vision fades, you hope that everything turns out alright for your new friend. This is probably gonna be like the demon and hero are immediately gonna fight afterwards. Like, the hero is gonna be like, "Oh no, that wasn't supposed to happen," and the demon is just like, "You killed my new friend!" Young hero's dead. I'm assuming that's gonna... Sacrificial maiden. And the maiden dies to protect the Overlord. She accepts this fate. Interesting. This is the only fate that has been accepted so far. Okay, so now we need to do things with the Overlord. This is a choice of the maiden, but it stems from the Overlord. This is the hero Overlord. Okay, yeah, so... let's see. Overlord maiden. We need to make him flee. Right. Let's make him flee from... yeah, blah blah blah. Flee like a coward. Forgetting your pride, you escape with your life. But you can't return home now. Your reputation will be ruined. You wonder how you will be ever able to rescue that maiden. All on your own, if you can't even fight some lousy demon underlings. You take your chances at the castle. You're a hero after all. This is your job. After a long trek, why is the loading thing right next to my mouse? What's gonna crash? Oh no. Nothing, I think. Okay, good. You make it to the castle front gates. You're faced with an army of demons that look very intimidating. Now we're not covered in blood. Now we can politely ask to go inside. There's no way to sneak past these monsters if you want to reach the Overlord. Ask if they will let you in. You go up to the nearest demon and explain why you've come here. They stare you down and you feel very uncomfortable. But they seem to trust you and escort you directly to the Overlord chambers. That was easy. The Overlord and maiden seem to be in the middle of some casual conversation when you barge in. Well, at least he still looks shocked. She still looks surprised. Well, he looks like he did something bad and the teacher's gonna be angry at him. But then she doesn't look angry now. She's just like, who the heck are you? Very confused with eyebrow, like one eyebrow raised and all. You all look at each other in surprise and confusion. There's no time to hesitate. Why would we kill her now? We walked this entire way only for them to kill the over. Okay, we're gonna ask the maiden what's going on now, but I'm gonna play this again and then destroy the overlord because I want to know what's gonna happen. The maiden explains that she was never actually captured and that she came here on her own volition. That was a pretty dangerous thing of her to do, but no one got hurt, so at least there's that. You ask her to return to the town with you, to reassure everyone of her safety. The Overlord allows the two of you to leave, and you casually exit the castle. You pause when you see a group of suspicious demons standing near the entrance. Oh, I forgot, I totally forgot we kept like the underling on like being a little shit. I like how I try to keep my cursing down and then stuff like that happens. Oh, they're talking about assassinating their overlord? This proves to you that demons really are foul creatures. We have to tell her about this. You don't understand what the maiden is thinking. The world is better off with less demons. They are all called ruthless creatures that should be destroyed. And those same creatures have just noticed you eavesdropping. The maiden takes off into the castle and you have no choice but to follow. But you burst into the Overlord's room. The maiden... Did she already go to sleep again? Like, I also like my sleep lady, but sleeping this often seems like a bit of an overkill. The maiden frantically tries to communicate what you just overheard. I'm still just a bit thrown off by her immediately going back to sleep. No wonder they want to overthrow her. What kind of leader sleeps like what? 20 hours a day? A demon underling barges in next, calling you liars. It's followed by the group from the entrance, who shift the blame back onto the little one. Aw, poor guy. These demons only care about themselves. How low can they be? You begin shouting at them, and the whole room dissolves into noise until the Overlord yells for everyone to shut their traps. Ooh, she looks very pretty. This looks so cool. She threatens them with violence. This Overlord is no better than her subjects. You grip your sword tightly. If you have to cut through everyone here to get this maiden to safely, you certainly will. The group of demons hiss to each other before shutting the door, leaving the runt of the litter behind. You glance around for another exit, but there isn't one. Okay, that's stupid. Everyone knows in the castle there should be at least, especially if you're the Overlord, you need to have like a secret escape in your place, because like everyone knows that people are going to try and kill you. Everyone knows that. That's the whole thing that happens with being in power. At least one person wants you dead. You have a terrible feeling about this, yeah? No. Oh! In an instant, the whole room is in flames. What kind of demonic magic is this? The underling pounds on the door, upset that it's been betrayed. You join in, vowing to slay cowardly demons on the other side. The next moment, the Overlord has taken hold of the underling. It's crying for mercy. She thrusts her claws into her underling's chest, and it lets out a horrible scream. You back away. You won't be the next target of her rage. She continues to dig and twist her claws into its limp body. You can no longer watch. You look to the maiden. She's crying, hands clasped together in prayer. To have faith in a time like this? You envy her. The two of you, the Overlord, and the underling's corpse are all consumed by flames. Please, you don't have to pay for the funeral. I'm sorry. It's a terrible joke. Don't die in the fire. Oh. Oh god. Okay, that was a bad memory to pull up. I pulled up one of my own bad memories with fire. Let's not go that way. Let's distract me like now. The hero can do nothing as everyone is consumed by flames. We're gonna look at the bad endings again, and I'm gonna ignore whatever memory just popped up in my head, because that's the healthy thing to do. Okay, but like, I want that ending. It looks like I should be able to get that ending. But when does he apologize? I've never been on that route before. Okay, so the hero begins his story. The hero slays the demons. The hero slaughters his way to the castle. The Overlord is upset. I think we should do with what if she's not a tyrant? Is she gonna be happy then? Okay, yeah, okay. I didn't know why I did that, because we're gonna... Okay, no, yes, yes. Okay. I'm gonna read this one again, since it kind of slipped away to start, so I'm gonna repeat them every once in a while, but not every time, since you don't want to keep repeating the same thing over and over again, but... if I'm gonna do too many skips, I'm gonna forget, like, the base of the story. So every once in a while, you have to do with me reading it over again. You are the hero. You like to think of yourself as a pretty reliable and swell guy. Your life has been rather ordinary aside from the occasional heroic adventures, fighting evil monsters and whatnot. We're told a maiden from your village has been kidnapped and is likely being held captive at the nearby demon's overlord's castle. Even put your village right next to where an entire demon army hangs out. You don't get it. You're happy to protect the townspeople, though. You were born to play this role. You head off on your adventure to rescue the maiden. But demon soldiers block your path. You could kill them to gain experience. So we had to kill everyone and then apologize, I think. So... dutiful. Woohoo! You feel much stronger now. Yeah, and we're also gonna keep killing these. Woohoo! Wait, I was supposed to be also showing you what happens. Hold up. No, we will go to this route first, and I will do it again to show what will happen if you're covered in blood and try to be polite. And just ask to be let in. You gather your courage. This must be done in order to rescue the maiden. These are all evil demons anyway. The world is much safer without them gone. Without them gone, or with them gone. That's what you tell yourself while you kill one after another on your way to the Overlord's chamber. You find the maiden being held captive by the Overlord just as you suspected. But for some reason you can't sense anything sinister happening. Ah, there she is, the evil queen herself. Ask the maiden what's going on. She explains that she came here on her own and was never in any danger. She hesitantly asks why you're covered in blood. You don't know how to respond. The Overlord moves past you and out the door. To see her army in lifeless, bloody piles. She's wailing. It's horrible. This is your chance, hero. Step the Overlord while you can. This is all just a big misunderstanding. You hope she will let this whole thing slide. You could just explain yourself. You really try, but the Overlord is inconsolable. I mean, fair enough. You killed everyone she knew. She tears you apart and the maiden watches in silence. As you die, you can't help but think you probably deserve this. Kind of. You killed people without thinking. The hero is slain by the Overlord. He accepts his punishment. Again, this is the only, she accepted dying, he accepted dying. Is dying the only role everyone in this thing is gonna accept? Okay, but did we get the route I wanted? We did! Okay. Oh, I need to activate the Marty and then play it from the hero's perspective. Before we were gonna do that, I was gonna show you... Okay, we kill them and we go to this and then ask if they will let you in. You attempt to explain why you've come, but the monster before you is eyeing you with suspicion. They can't help but notice that demon blood from earlier. You haven't had the chance to wash it off yet. Whoops. You have no choice but to fight the army in self-defense. So well, more experience points for you. Fending off all that stands in your way. You'll make it to the Overlord's chamber and hope you're still in time to save the maiden. Yeah, just kill her. This is the same thing as the last time, I believe. Yeah, that was just the same. We already had that one. Okay, that's sad. If I had done this one, then I wouldn't have to do it again. But it seems we have to do it again. But now we can just skip. Skip. Okay, we had to destroy the Overlord. You lung forward to put an end to the evil Overlord. But your blade pierces to the maiden instead. She had sacrificed herself to protect this demon? It takes you a moment to recover from the shock. The Overlord wills. My dude looks traumatized. Okay, but here's the thing in these kind of like situations, right? So I know the whole human cannot kill another human thing and stuff, but like, and it can be like glorified as in like armies and stuff like that. I know sometimes it's like needed, but in worlds like these, I feel like most of the time the other side is more seen as like mindless, non-sentient creatures. And that's the reason why like the roles of hero exist. Since if you would see them as like sentient beings that can feel things, I would feel like you would try like to talk it out more often than try to fight it, except if it has like... Maybe it's because they already have like this very bad reputation, but that's the whole race of demons and not this specific castle, right? Kind of seems rude to just make it a job and stuff like that for murdering everyone. Just because one demon has done something bad, or a few demons have done something bad. Bad, not back. Oh. Why did you do that? You're not sure if the question is directed at you. Oh wait, the maiden. I was like, who else? But then again, the maiden jumped in front of it, so it could also be directed to her. The Overlord strikes at you in a vengeful rage. You parry, and she is slain. Oh, so it wasn't the hero that died. Fair enough. I mean, she would be very sad and stuff like that. Your sword feels heavy. You look at your hands, your clothes. Blood. So much blood. You look at the fallen maiden, wondering what to tell the townspeople. Why would she protect the Overlord? She must have been brainwashed by demonic magic. Ah, yes! The only logical solution. Brainwashing. That's probably just the hero trying to convince himself he didn't do something absolutely horrible. You pick up the Overlord's head, wrapping it in your cape, and beginning your long journey back to town. You will say that you were too late, that nothing could be done for the girl, But the Overlord is slain. There will be a celebration. Loyal hero! Why would it be loyal? The hero slays the Overlord. He could not save the maiden. I would not call him a loyal hero, but that might just be me. Oh, we already got 5 of the 11 endings, and then you see we have to do a lot of these yet. But that's fine. Okay, it looks like a lot are now locked behind other one's traits, so I can't continue with the hero. So Maiden is also locked behind the Overlord. And this one is behind the hero. We can do that one. Also this one. So I think I want to go with the underling first, since it's been a while since I've played them. Yeah. Also, I learned that the underlings' pronouns are they them, and now I feel terrible for misgendering them. I didn't realize in the first section. My logical brain was like, oh hey, this is like the two male and female. He is male, right? Yeah, his story, her story, her story. So my brain was like, oh, this will also probably be he. But no, I have representation. My gender is being shown in the most chaotic way, and I like it. Well, they only use pronouns, but that's fair enough. Okay, what did I need to do? Brings the maiden to the castle. Okay, we will still go with the plot of being disloyal, but we will bring it to the castle. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Well, actually, this one is still locked, this one is still locked, this is still locked, so I only have these 3 endings available. So that's what I'm gonna do. Still, I need to bring the maiden to the castle. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. What roles did the heroes have to be? Hold up. That didn't matter. The hero had to be dutiful. So those don't really matter, and those don't really matter. You're a demon underling in service of the Overlord. You aren't particular strong, but no particular weak either. That's what your friends tell you still, buddy. Seek better friends. Your job is to guard the castle and keep humans away. It's unbearably boring. Heroes rarely come all the way here to challenge the Overlord anyway. It's a lot of standing in one place and staring into nothing. This doesn't seem like standing to me, to be honest. Also not like staring. This seems like you guys are just about to take a nap. You feel like you... Sorry about that. You feel like you're gonna go crazy if you don't get a break. You decide to ask the Overlord for a day off. She's surprisingly cool with it. Nice! You set out on your adventure outside the castle. Yeah. So this is still the same, the change of atmosphere, rolling around, being free. You make your way along the path to the nearby human village. You encounter a maiden. She greets you, and she has a favor to ask. You consider your options. Gobble her up now, hear her out. You're in a good mood today, and are rather curious about what the maiden has to say. Humans don't usually talk to you, so this is kind of exciting. You hadn't guessed it would be even possible to understand each other before now. Right! Hold up! Do they even speak the same language? I never, paused on that since, it's a story and stuff, so I just assumed it. But, logically, would they speak the same language? Because they do live in the same country. But they clearly barely interact outside of, war. Huh. Interesting. The maiden is going on and on about some kind of destiny she's trying to fulfill. The bottom line, from what you gather, is that she wants you to take her to the Overlord. Sounds like it could be interesting. Besides, you have nothing better to do. Satisfied with your day out, you take the maiden back to the castle and present her to the Overlord. They seem to be getting along just fine, so you decide it's about time for a nap. What is it with demons and wait! I'm calling demons lazy, then again, they're not humans. So maybe they do need a lot of sleep, like, they are sleeping a lot. Maybe they're just, like, sleepy all the time. But maybe they need, 18 hours of sleep a day. I mean, look at pandas and stuff like that. Pandas do sleep a lot, right? How many hours of sleep does panda need? Panda sleep. Oh, they only sleep about 10 hours a day. Wait, which animal sleeps the most? Koalas. From 20 to 22 hours a day? Wow, sloths with 20. And zoo environment. Interesting. Hold up, do they sleep differently? Oh! That's interesting. Sloths in the zoo sleep 20 hours a day. But in the wild, they only sleep about 10 hours a day. Huh. They move so slowly in House Green Oak, so that they are invisible to eagles. They just don't want to be dinner, fair enough. Tigers with 18 to 19. Human babies, that's not an animal I expected here, but 16 to 17 hours a day. Hamsters? I knew hamsters slept a lot. 14 hours a day. I mean, I can also be up here. I can also easily sleep for like 10 hours a day. Does that count? Okay. My research for now is done. But who knows? Maybe demons need like, what, 16 hours a day of sleep? After a few hours of sleep, you are rudely awakened by the sound of battle? You emerge from your room to find that the hero has slaughtered many of your friends. And work associates! Not the work associates! Oh, I like the difference between like... okay, for me, work associates, I would like compare them with what for me now are like school friends. So I have friends and school friends and well classmates. There are slightly different levels. Friends are people I talk with a lot, or at least also not only in specific situations. School friends I mostly only talk to when I'm at school, but maybe also in slight different situations. But work and with classmates, yeah, no, I don't really talk to them. So I would guess work associates might lay somewhere between classmates that I only talk to when I really need it for like class, or school friends. The people I seek out when I'm at school. The jerk. Avenge your fallen comrades. My dude, I'm sorry, but you're not strong enough. Who does this guy think he is? Coming in here and killing everyone like some maniac? What did we ever do to him? You lung at him while he's busy driving his sword into the guard, who sometimes brought you food whenever they noticed you were feeling kind of down. That is so sweet of him. Like, not the stabbing part, but like to bring him food when someone is feeling down. You like that guard. You wish with all your demon heart for this hero to suffer for his deeds. You bite into him, tearing his flesh from bone. It tastes like iron. The hero struggles. You feel his sword go through you, but there's no pain, only retribution. Retribution. More of your comrades pile onto him as your conscious fate. Hero is overtaken, your army has won. You have earned your rest. Is this gonna be another accepting his end? Victorious underling. The underling exact revenge against the hero. They die in progress. No, it didn't say they accept it, so that's interesting. Okay. Now we got this ending. This ending is fleeing, I guess. And then if I make him not dutiful, I will end up here, I believe. So let's go with the fleeing thing we just did. Like everything the same. Here we're out. Save yourself. You look around at the lifeless forms of those you've known as far back as you can remember. You feel glad that to not be in their shoes. I mean, fair enough. You also feel guilty to be thinking that as you flee your castle until you remember your role, not as an underling, but as a demon. This kind of thing is expected of you. Maybe you will start a new life far away from any humans or demons, where you will live peacefully, alone, in some deep, dark forest somewhere. Cottagecore style! Woohoo! Deserted underling. Deserter. The underling abandons their comrades. They live in solitude from then on. I mean, go with the cottagecore vibes in the middle of the woods. That sounds awesome, my dude. Okay, wait. Does that mean we also have now another ending unlocked here? Yeah, here. When hungry. Okay, I'm not gonna do that one yet. I'm gonna do the Maiden and Overlord. The Overlord first, since a lot of things have been blocked by the Overlord. The dutiful needs to be gone, since that's the one that triggers it that way, I believe. So if you're not dutiful, blah 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 blah, hear her out, blah 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 blah. You don't get to sleep long. Oh yeah, wait, one back. They seem to be getting along just fine, so you decide it's about time for a nap. You don't get to sleep long. Your friends wake you up. Rude. One of them is stepping on you pretty hard. You ask them what their deal is. I mean, that's rude. Don't step on people without their permission. They say they're planning on a whole revolution. They're gonna get rid of the current overlord and put a new ruler in place. They want to hear if you're in or not. And being a pretty lazy underling, you of course reply with, "That sounds like a lot of trouble. How about we just skip it instead?" Your friends question your loyalty to their cause. I'm gonna go with let's kill the overlord first and then come back for the dead. No, wait. I'm gonna go with, I feel like the ending I wanted is she is actually not that bad, you guys. Your friends seem pretty disappointed. They apologize to you, but before you can ask what they're sorry about, one of them suddenly sees you. Someone who is still loyal to the Overlord really has no place in our castle. You understand, right? Their claws tighten around your neck. You don't bother to struggle. You're outnumbered. You already know how things like this end. This is a pretty messed up thing to do to a friend, you tell them. They slit your throat in response. That's a rude response. Faithful underling. The underling stays loyal to the overlord and pays with their life. Is it the ending I wanted? Yes. Yeah, and then this loyal one will set me on this path. Which I'm now gonna do, because I'm kind of curious. If I don't have these traits, what ending is it going to give me? Okay. Skip. Gobble her up. Yes. No. Change your mind and leave. You figure if people are just this upset and just at just the sight of you, they won't be fully appreciate any terrible acts you commit. Oh yeah, so like this ending or part was where he ate the maiden and then went into the village. And last time I said, yeah, put on a show, and he keeps eating people and killing people until the hero slays him. But now, sorry, slays them. But now they fled the village. Also, they might fight back. That probably won't end well. You're just one little underling after all. This little day out has been refreshing. You return to the castle, thinking you will take a nap. Oh, and now we end up here anyway. Okay, then we can do it anyway. Still don't step on people without their permission, blah 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 blah. Okay, let's kill the overlord. You tell them you were just joking and clarify that you're totally in to win. But they say you were always terrible with jokes. That's just rude. My jokes are fine. Whenever or not you actually feel like killing the overlord, you know how bad it'd be to end up on the wrong side of things. Fair enough. And this assassination deal doesn't pan out, you can always pretend you were innocent all along. But beneath your shield of false confidence, you worry about what you're getting yourself dragged into. You follow your friends outside the castle to talk more about the plan. You're curious if they have any idea how they want to go about this. They figure they'd just lock her in a room and set it on fire. What a stupid plan. That could go wrong in so many ways. You realize your friends are just a bunch of directionless dogs, useless without someone's guidance. Your guidance! They are probably casualties if you fought her head on, and while showy deaths make a revolution a heck of a lot more fun, it's probably the wrong way to go. Your friends agree and suggest that you play the assassin. You really didn't want it to come down to this, but you can't back down now. You will have to be the one to assassinate the overlord. Besides, no one has any better ideas. You sneak into the overlord's room. She's taking a nap, like usual. I'm still convinced demons, or at least certain species of demons, need like, what, 16, 18 hours of sleep a day. This is almost too easy. You silently approach your master. She looks so peaceful. Time to die! Chicken out. Nope, time to die. You figure the cleanest way is to do this would be to dig your claws in her throat. So you do just that. Oh no! Why does she look so unhappy? It makes me feel guilty. She wakes, but not in time to stop you. You watch as she chokes on her blood, cursing you before finally expiring. I'm sorry, but the use of the word expiring was very funny in my mind. Well, not funny, but it threw me off. That felt terrible. Yes, it did! I feel guilty. You remind yourself it was either her or you, and you weren't about to let yourself get killed by anyone. You leave the room to find your friends waiting just outside. They look pleased, only now do you realize they must have planned to use you like this from the beginning. You are the new ruler of the castle. Your subjects bow before you. You live in fear that they will one day betray you, as you had betrayed your overlord. Lord Underling and B. The Underling violently overthrows the overlord. They become the new demon ruler. Interesting. What ending is that? Oh, I made it to the Lord ending. Interesting. Because I have one route unlocked here, but I want to play the Overlord first. Since I'm planning on getting all the endings, because I want to complete every bit of it. And it's really interesting to like see how you can change stories by just changing these little things, like the snowball effect. Okay. You know what? Let's not plan a route. Let's just play around a bit. Yes. No. That doesn't matter, since I'm gonna play her. You are the Overlord. You live in a castle surrounded by your demon servants. It's a pretty cute, cozy life, you think. Still don't know what that means. Except for those pesky humans who keep killing members of your army. There's even a role called Hero, whose whole purpose in life is just to dethrone you. What's their deal anyway? You actively avoid pissing off the humans in hopes that they will leave you and your army alone, but they never do. You're still new to the whole Overlord thing, if you are being quite honest with yourself. You don't really understand the politics of it. But you remind yourself everyone is just doing their best to fulfill their roles. You won't let them bait you into being the evil Overlord they expect. I mean, I do give props for her for being like, hey, I'm not gonna be what you expect me to be, which good on her. Slay queen, but like, yeah, it still doesn't really work. It's better if you try to like negotiate, I think. Even if they like try to negotiate, but also be careful because they're probably gonna try and kill you at most of the steps along the way. She looks very pretty though. You think you got pretty cool and mature to hold yourself to the higher standards like that, blah 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 blah. One of your underlings walks into your room, totally interrupting your thoughts about how awesome you are. They're saying something about how boring it is to stand in one place, guarding the castle all the time, especially since no one ever comes here anyway. You see their point, but the way they're whining about it kind of bothers you. What do you do with this underling? Grant them their day off. You tell them to go take a break from the stifling castle atmosphere and refresh their dark soul. A day off should be fine every once in a while. They thank you and happily scurry off to do who knows what. You have nothing better to do today, so you decide to nap for a little while. Being the Overlord sure is great. She looks so pissed. It's both adorable and really funny. You wake to a knock on your door. The underling from earlier brought back some company? It's a maiden from the nearby human village. She says her role is to be captured by you. This maiden then goes on to say that she's been getting very impatient thinking about her impending capture. She's come here to speed things along. I mean, props for the maiden to be like, hey, you're not doing your job. Capture me, like, I'm gonna do your job for you. You appreciate her honesty, but regret to inform her you never had any plans to capture any humans. Oh no, she's so cute. She looks so sad, but it's adorable. I like these character designs so much. She seems very disappointed by this. Perhaps I'm not performing my role well enough? How can I become more maiden-like? You don't really understand the question. You think this world puts way too much focus on destiny and junk. Just go home and stop worrying about it, you tell her. The maiden seems to be having a hard time wrapping her head around this. I mean, she's basically brainwashed from birth to think like, hey, you're worth absolutely nothing except this one thing that you can possibly do. Of course she's gonna be, her worldview just shattered. Of course she's gonna have a hard time wrapping her head around this. Oh, that's adorable. Oh, she looks so cute. Why is she so cute? That makes every death so more terrible. She insists that she stays and talk to you more. You feel warm inside as you look. I'm gonna restart. Hold up. You feel warm inside as she looks into your eyes. This is the first time a human has looked at you without contempt. Oh, is this a? I wanted to say Romeo and Juliet, but like. I mean, it kind of is. It's like two sides that shouldn't interact, demon and human. Both fallen for each other. Both keep dying. You wonder what to say. Tell her she'd better go home. And okay, I'm gonna tell her to go home purely because I want to be antisocial, and I will do this one after this. Oh, this is very funny. She looks still pretty, but look at this face! With the puffed up cheek and everything. You'd love to have all the conversations in the world with your new friend, but having a human girl here will definitely cause trouble. You put on your mean face and tell her to get lost. This is not really antisocial, this is just thinking about the consequences of, hey, there's this human girl here that will most definitely piss at least someone off. Let's send her away. But the maiden turns out to be very stubborn. You don't want to hurt her, but you also really want her to leave in case something bad happens. This whole situation is just asking for trouble, you think. Fair enough. Against your better judgment, you let her hang out for a little while longer. You enjoy a nice long chat with her, sharing stories about your kind. She expresses her surprise. The demons are not all what she expected them to be. You are glad that she seems to have an open mind about these kinds of things. I mean, it's nice that she has an open mind, otherwise someone would have died by now. You also bring up how you always instruct your army to avoid humans, as not to agitate them and get heroes sent out after you. Fair enough. That explains why the people of my village have been left unharmed. It's because of your orders, isn't it? We are very grateful. You're surprised to hear her. Thank you? You always thought of humans to be violent and unreasonable. That's why your servants are always getting killed, despite your efforts to leave them alone. I feel like this is like the old family anger stuff going on. Like, not one side is ever gonna be completely happy, since well, at least one of them is gonna be pissed. Like, how do I explain this in a good way? Hold up, let me think. You have those like stories about like two families fighting and stuff like that just goes on for centuries, or like countries fighting, and at one point nobody really knows why they're fighting anymore, except that they're fighting since peace was never made. Or they just completely forgot they're fighting. I think that happened in history once, and it's really funny. But like, here I mean, like, they're fighting so much that it's like an instinct to fight one another, and they don't know why anymore. But this maiden is different. You joke that maybe you've been lying to her this whole time, and that you were actually super evil all along. The maiden laughs at that, saying she wouldn't mind being held captive here. The people in her village are a little exhausting at times, she said. You know, you can't tell if she's into you or not. She is. Ask her out. You guys would be adorable together. You notice the sound of the battle having started ringing through your castle halls. I forgot to make the hero nice. Oh no. The maiden is getting nervous, but you reassure her. It's only your underlings roughhousing, no big deal. You know it's probably a hero, but you don't want to upset the maiden by telling her that. Your army will take care of it. It isn't long before the hero burst into your room. I didn't mean to make you angry. I wanted a happy ending. But he shouldn't have made it here. Why didn't they stop him? The hero just stand there and sure of himself. He is covered in demon blood. The maiden speaks to him, trying to explain the situation. You move past the hero, out the door. You're not thinking clearly. Seeing your servants' bodies in pieces all strewn about, your castle has really taken it out on you. The hero did this? There's so much blood. Why? Did he come for the maiden? Did he think she needed rescuing? There was no one for this hero to save here. There was never any harm meant for anyone. You were just talking to her. Why has it turned out like this? The maiden shouts something behind you. And you turn just in time to see her throw herself between you and the hero's blade. Why did I choose the sad ending? Why did I forget to change the settings? No. Why did I forget to change the settings? Oh, I promise not to stay too long on this kind of stuff. It pierces her chest as she falls to the floor, lifeless. As the pool of blood beneath her grows, so does your rage. This hero has taken everyone from you now. You lose control, and the hero obliterated. But your hatred for the humans has not yet been sated. Let's destroy a village, apparently. You go on to destroy them all and become the ruler of the entire world. Oh, the vengeful overlord and a... I forgot to change the settings. No! I mean, I got the ending, and I got a ending, I guess. Well, let's get the sad parts out of the way, I believe. Yes. Skip. Grant them their day off. Let her stay for a while. You can't bring yourself to send the maiden away. She just got here. Why do they look so adorable? You enjoy a nice long chat with her, sharing stories about your kind. Oh, we already had this, but like, she expressed her surprise that demons are not all that what she expected them to be. You are glad that she seems to have an open mind about these kind of things. You also bring up how you always instructed your army to avoid humans, as to not get obliterated, as to not agitate them, and get heroes sent after you. That explains why the people of my village have been left unharmed. Is it because of your orders? We are very grateful. You're surprised to hear her thank you. You always thought of humans to be violent and unreasonable. That's why your servants always getting killed, despite your efforts to leave them alone. This maiden is different. You joke that maybe you've been lying to her this whole time, and that you were acting actually super evil all along. The maiden laughs at that, saying that she wouldn't mind being held captive here. The people in her village are a little exhausting at times, she says. You can't tell if she is into you or not. Not me reading this, because I find this moment adorable, and I didn't want to skip it. Okay. Yeah, and... burst into your room, but he shouldn't have made it here? Why didn't they stop him? The hero just stands there, unsure of himself. He's covered in demon blood. The maiden speaks to him, trying to explain. You pass the hero. You're not thinking clearly. Everyone is dead. The hero did this. There's so much blood. Why? Did he come here for the maiden? Did he think she needed rescuing? There was no one for this hero to save here. There was never any harm meant to anyone. You were just talking to her. Why has it turned out like this? The maiden shouts something behind you. Hey, I turned that off, right? Hold up. No, this is the exact same ending we just had. Hold up. I turned off polite. My mistake. Hold up. Hold up. Yeah, okay, so like, why has it turned out like this? You feel a sudden sharp pain through your back. You look down to see a blade protruding from your chest. Can I just say I'm a little sad it like didn't go through the heart? I would find that very funny. Okay, no, I wouldn't find it funny. That's the wrong word. It would be some kind of comedy though. Oh, this is tragic. This makes me sad. That was careless of you. So this is how you die. Stabbed in the back by some cowardly hero. What a joke. You're supposed to be the ruthless one. That's right. Humans can't be trusted. Not if this is what they are capable of. You should have remembered that before letting one in. You watch as the hero takes the maiden's hand, leading her through the sea of corpses he left in his wake. Okay, but why do they look kind of happy here? And then like his ending is kind of happy. Her ending is just sad. But they look kind of happy here, like running off into the sunset together, kind of happy. Captured by a demon. At least she got what you came here for. You join your army in eternal slumber. Slain Overlord ending. The Overlord is stabbed in the back by the hero. Oh no. Okay, what if he is not heroic, only dutiful? And we make him kill everyone but the Overlord. What? You thought you told that underling. I forgot. I always went with like he brought her back, but he was allowed to go outside. The underling from earlier brought back company. You thought you told that underling to do their job, not to drag strangers into your room. Looks like they took the unauthorized break away from the castle. You scold them, but ultimately you are a little interested in this guest. She'll let them off easy. That underling's not so bad. It's a maiden from the nearby village. She says her role is to be captured by you. Okay, this is the same. So only the start of this whole scene about her coming here and be antisocial. Why did it turn out like this? Okay, so it goes from like the whole... Yeah, okay, from that moment on, okay. There was that bubbling, insincere apologies and excuses, realizing his wrongdoing. But you are far beyond hearing that kind of stuff. You have had it with these humans, always murdering your servants for no reason. You can no longer hold yourself back and lash out at the hero. When you regain control, there's nothing left of the hero. The maiden has fled in terror. You are alone. Grateful Overlord. The Overlord destroys the hero after he destroyed her army. Okay, and what if he's diplomatic? Would that change the ending? No, it would not, because it immediately skipped. Okay. Okay, first, if he's not anyway like that. You're interrupted by another human in your doorway. This time it's a hero. He was apparently searching for the maiden who was rumored to have been captured by your kind. Captured? Not at all. I only wanted to meet with the Overlord. Didn't anyone read the note I left behind? After everything you explained, the hero expresses his relief that this whole misunderstanding hadn't led to any horrible consequences. Hint, hint. The maiden apologizes for causing trouble, and the hero asks her to return to the village with him. Confusing feelings well up inside your heart. You're surprised that you had one of those to begin with. I mean, there's one right here on your chest, so you do at least have one. You don't want the hero to take this maiden away from you. Keep her! Oh, why does it end with death? Let them go. Keep her! Ooh. The maiden came here to be captured by you, didn't she? You will grant her her wish. You tell the hero... Jesus, what was that? You tell the hero you wouldn't let him take her home. The maiden assures you she will be back, but you don't budge. The hero is cautious now. If you don't let her go, maybe you demons are evil after all, and if you are, I will be forced to vanquish you. You have no choice but destroy the hero before he can steal your maiden away. She's frightened. You don't understand why. Well, what is it with the hero in the Overlord being like, I just killed someone in front of you, or I killed many things in front of you. Why are you scared like that? Like, no, who wouldn't be terrified if they saw someone get murdered right in front of them? And then she says she preferred this place of her village. Then she doesn't have to leave. That's the worst excuse ever. You take a step towards the maiden and she backs into a corner. You don't understand. Something sharp pierces your back. The hero? No, he's already... It's one of your underlings, the maiden screams. Your servant tackles you, tearing you apart with their claws. You struggle to retaliate. They have done too much damage. You can barely move now. Your blood is everywhere. You can't believe this has happened to you. Why has this happened to you? You've been slain by your own underling. Betrayed Overlord, ending B. The Overlord, weakened by the fright from the hero, is taken by the underling. Diplomatic. Okay. Let them go. I feel like we should let them go. Bye-bye. You are certain that she will return to spend more time with you. You just have to trust in that, you decide. With the hero and the maiden gone, you plop down into the comfort of your luxurious Overlord bed. Your room feels so empty now. Is this loneliness? You hope your new friend will be back soon. You close your eyes for a while and dream about the maiden. You're almost fallen asleep. Oh, never mind, you haven't fallen asleep yet. No dreams of the maiden, never mind. Oh, why does this... I like these drawings so much. Look at this. This looks adorable, like she's all shaken up and he just looked pissed. He almost fallen asleep when the maiden and the hero burst into your room, frantically trying to communicate something to you. You're told the group of demons is plotting to assassinate you? You're not surprised. How nice of the humans to care, though. One of the underlings barges in next, shouting that the humans are liars? They are followed by another group of demons, crying that everything that was their first underling's plan. Everyone is shouting over each other now, and it's very annoying, fair enough. You yell at all of them to shut their traps. I have no doubt that your servant would let their ambition cloud their judgment and lead them to try and take your throne. Recklessly of will believe this conspiracy, I have no choice but to punish everyone to keep you all in your place, crushed beneath my heel. Saying that made you feel very Overlord-like. And you aren't sure if you have the strength to back it up. Oh, lately all you do is sleep. Group of demons starts muttering something about going back to plan A or suddenly slam your door shut. You, the maiden, the hero, and one of your underlings are trapped inside. In an instant, the whole room is in flames. The underling pounds on the door, cursing at their friends for betraying them. The hero pounds on the door as well, vowing to slay the cowardly demons on the other side. So this is how you will die? Burned alive in your own room? By those you thought you could trust? You should have expected this from a bunch of idiot demons though. You notice the maiden crying. Why does she have to die over something that has nothing to do with her? Perhaps she was cursed from the moment she spoke to you. You wonder if you are cursed as well. You're so filled with anger and frustration, you don't even notice that you have grabbed the underling the traitors blamed everything on. They cry for mercy, saying that they were dragged into this plot knowing they'd be killed if they took your side. They cry that they didn't want to have to kill you. Ooh, this looks very cool. You almost feel sorry for them. I like how this one says that we're gonna die and this one doesn't. Well, obviously, here we're just gonna burn to death and here the hero is gonna kill us, right? I wanna know. You pierce their chest with your claws. They scream. The hero backs away. He is wise not to interfere. How? You guys are literally standing in the flames. How are you guys still fine? They have stopped moving. But you keep digging and twisting your claws into them. It doesn't make you feel any better. The underling corpse burns along with you and the two humans. Oh. Spiteful overlord. The overlord murders your underling in cold blood. Okay, okay. But hold up. Let me go back to that ending. What if we forgive them? Since I thought... Is it gonna have the same effect? You release the underling. Killing them won't make you feel any better. It didn't. It didn't. Most of the time, revenge doesn't really make you feel any better. Sometimes it does, though. Sometimes it does. Besides, they've already gotten their punishment. You all burn together. It's the same, but then without the killing. Overlord's true ending. Oh, I forgot about the true endings. They all burn together. So that's the truth. Before you've taken back to reset the story once again, you pause for a moment. True end? You say to yourself, what was the point of all my effort if the true ending is this terrible? You've most forgotten where you were. This is bad and theater. Is the pain setting in? Oh, but you should have been well aware of what you'd been shown when you entered this place. It's a problem I've seen quite often. At some point, you grew attached to the little cast. I did. They are all so adorable. The little hero with this getup, the maiden who's just cute, the little underling and their adorable crimes. Their adorable crimes. Yes, they are adorable and they do crimes. They're adorable crimes now. And then the overlord, who is just very pretty and way too relatable, to be honest. Not like the whole wanting to have a power trip part, the whole wanting to be the overlord and just not do anything for it, but like the whole making a friend and being like, oh, is this how friendship? Well, no, she's not friendship. That's obviously a crush, but like, yeah. You started to relate to their flaws, their plights. I did. You started wishing for their happiness. Yes! But you aren't going to find that here in my theater. My lovely crafted labyrinth of suffering. Anyways, I hope you will pardon my interruption. You making great progress. Hold up. I'm making some more lemonade since my throat is starting to hurt. After like, what, 2 hours? I've been speaking for about 2 hours now. I can have another glass of lemonade. Okay. The choice to continue and the rest on the next ending is always yours. I will leave it to you, dear guest, to set the stage. Huh. I'm not gonna peek at the endings anymore. Well, actually, I want to, since... Okay, so the true end is this one. I'm not gonna peek at anything else except that... Since I wanna realize... Okay, but what... Okay, what now? What would happen now? Oh! You fall asleep pretty quickly. Just another one of your amazing talents as Overlord. Okay, so after... This is after she dismissed the underling and they went away. She went to bed, make a nap. You're awakened by one of your underlings. They brought you a hero who inquires about the missing maiden. You tell him you don't know anything about. You don't know anything. Humans never really visit this place. He believes you and goes home. To your surprise, you figured he might try to fight you. But you're glad to get back to your nap instead. Oh, and then I wake up. Until you wake up to something completely unexpected. One of your underlings is tearing your throat out. You try to struggle, but you can tell you're already mortally wounded. What have you done to deserve this kind of ending? You curse at them, choking on your own blood. You die wondering if you could have done anything to prevent this. This was a short one. Assassinated Overlord end. Okay. What if he tries to kill the Overlord? The hero wishes to speak with you. He inquires about the maiden who was rumored to be here, but you never seen her. Humans don't visit often, or ever really. As the hero takes his leave, you wonder why he totally trusted you there. Heroes traditionally kill demons. This guy seems like he was bad at his job in your opinion. Whatever, you still feel sleepy, so you go right back to your nap. Yeah, and then the throat being... Okay. You die by your throat being ripped out by the underling. Dutiful? What? Hold up. Huh? Wait, no. Okay, that was my mistake. I need to not do that again. Hold up. I want to know what ending I got. I need to not do that again. Does the same exact thing. Hold up. Okay, so we can skip this one. Grant him the day off. Oh, right. Here we wake up like the fight outside. And then we rush outside, but the hero kills us. Yeah, okay. Okay, now I at least know why she died there, because with me skipping through it, since I don't want to keep reading everything over and over again, it was just like, hey, she's dead now, congrats, and then just ended, and I was like, ah? Does this change anything? Nope, she still ends up dead, okay. And this will just be the whole... He talks and... Yeah, okay. I exit the theater. Oops. Never mind. Enter. Let me in, please. What if he isn't disloyal? Wait, this is my mistake. Because now I... Yeah, hold up. I was supposed to give him that trait. Yeah, they can have their break. You go to sleep. How long you slept. You hear voices. The sound of shutting door forces you awake. Before you know it, everything around you is being influenced by flames. What's going on? You try to escape, but something's blocking the door. You're having trouble forcing it open. What is this? Someone didn't want you getting out. Are you being absorbed? They have zero foresight. What castle will they rule from this? What What castle will they rule from if this one burns? I mean, fair enough. Like, burning it down is not gonna help it. It's just making it worse, since you know. And there will be... I mean, it's a stone castle and are demons, so I probably do have some kind of plan, maybe, perhaps. Like, you could make sure that the fire stays in this one room if it's made... I don't know how well it's made out of stone, like how many places it can slip through. Probably the wooden floor and ceiling would mess it up though. But you could probably save most of the castle. You don't want to believe your underlings have betrayed you, but this is no accident. Those ungrateful bastards. You choke on the thick black smoke from the fire. You can't believe you're being done in by a bunch of cowards. You will see them in hell. Burned Overlord ending. Interesting. Just out of curiosity. Oh, I only need one more ending. Okay, then I'm gonna look since I don't wanna... I kind of also wanna keep puzzling. Coward? Yeah, but that one automatically was set with that. But now he's also not hungry. Did something. Oh, I got one. Hold up. You put on your mean face and tell her to get lost. The maiden does what she's told and takes her leave. You figure you may as well go back to bed now. But you don't get to rest for long. Before you know it, yeah, this is the fire. We already had this one. So that's not the ending. Okay, let's go with the maiden? Antisocial. Possessive. I want the possessive ending. Hold up. You are the maiden. You live in a peaceful village next to the spooky demon Lord's Overlord Castle. Blah 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 blah. Introduce yourself. Unless you have kept to yourself. But spending time with the Overlord has been very nice. You feel butterflies in your stomach. You think that a hero enters the room. You're surprised to see him at first, until you realize he must have been sent to receive you. Confused, the hero asks what's going on. You explain the situation, reassuring him that you've not been in any danger. Yes, here's where it gets interesting. The hero asks if you will return to village with him to give everyone the news of your safety. But the Overlord objects to the hero's suggestion. You tell her your plan on returning soon, but she isn't having it. You feel nervous. The hero puts on a brave face for you. If you won't let her go, maybe you demons are evil after all, and if you are, I will be forced to vanquish you. You leave me no choice. The Overlord suddenly jumps the hero. She tears into him with her claws. You want to cry out, but the scream catching your throat. You watch, because you can't look away. Had she really been lying to you all along? You wonder. Is this your punishment for questioning the divine plan? The Overlord approaches you. Now, you back yourself into a corner. Oh, that looks very cool. Her expression is complicated. Being captured by the Overlord is a horrible way like this. In a horrible way like this was your destiny after all. She vows to keep you very safe from now on. You're afraid to find out what that means, but there's no one left to save you. You belong to the Overlord now. Captured maiden, ending A. The maiden becomes property of the Overlord? Seems a bit extreme to put it like that, but fair enough. Okay, I wanna know... I need to be possessive. Okay, I want the last ending of the Overlord. I was too curious. Okay, Diplomatic, possessive, that doesn't matter. Keeper. The maiden came here to be captured by you, didn't she? You will grant her her wish. You said the hero you won't let him take her home. The maiden assures you will beg, but you don't budge. The hero is cautious now. Yeah. But this is the exact same ending. How does she look so cute, covered in blood? Selfish overlord. Oh, never mind. I will go back a bit. But of the village, she doesn't have to leave. You take a step forward, the maiden, and she backs herself into a corner. You don't understand. She wanted to stay here with you. The hero was trying to get in the way of that. You had to kill him. You'll be sure to keep this maiden very safe from now on. But like, I feel like I already had this ending. A letter flutters down from beyond the curtain. You found lost letter 4. Okay, I'm gonna read them in order from like 1, 2, 3, 4, because I want to do that. But now I don't have to play as the Overlord anymore. Okay, how many endings do I still have? Ooh, I still have 6 endings left of the hero. Okay, play it like this. Flee like a coward. Diplomatic. Yes. Ask the maiden what's going on, and then the maiden explains her. But the Overlord objects to this. The maiden tries to tell her that she come right back, but the Overlord refuses to hear it. The maiden seems nervous. As a hero, it's your job to meditate a situation like this. You tell the Overlord that if she doesn't let the two of you go, you have to assume that she is evil. You will force to vanquish her. You leave me no choice. The Overlord pauses before suddenly jumping you. You are helpless as she disembowels you with her claws. How horrible. You came all this way only to be met with this cruel fate. You should have destroyed those evil creatures while you had the chance. Her dying wish is for the maiden to somehow make it out of this alive. Naive hero. Interesting. Merciful. Yeah. Okay. This will put us in the fire ending, I believe. Flee, diplomatic, estimate what's going on. Yeah, okay, now we're back in like the fire ending. Yay, my favorite place. Is he going to kill it as a retribution? It continues to cry and makes excuses, but Overlord does nothing. To your surprise, she lets it go. Are demons capable of mercy? You guess it doesn't matter now. You all burn together. True ending? True ending? Yes! The hero's true ending. No matter the perspective, the true ending remains the same. That's what makes it true. You couldn't resist seeing it for yourself, though, could you? I wonder what would happen when you collect them all. Silent hint, silent hint. Will you give in to despair, or... No, I won't. Okay, I have already been streaming for 2 hours. I can go for a little while longer, but do you have a favorite ending, or is it still too early to decide? I like most of them, to be honest. Like, some are really quick, so I can't feel deeply about them. But I think my favorite at the moment would be, what is it called? I think I like the sacrifice ending, because I find it pretty. Well, not pretty. I don't really know the words to describe it, but like, it's pretty in the way that horrible things can be pretty. gonna keep it at that. Okay. Okay, underling needs to be hungry. Sure. More I didn't read, because I want to puzzle the rest together myself. Okay, what if he's a coward? Flee like a coward. Ask if you'll be let in. The Overlord is alone. You ask about the maiden, but the Overlord doesn't seem to know what you are talking about. Was she really never here? You wonder what could have happened to her. The Overlord says that she wishes she could help you, but you're the first human that come here in forever. At least that she knows of. You think of how you probably shouldn't trust her, seeing as she's a demon after all, but you can't really prove she's lying either. You apologize for intrusion and return home to the village. The maiden was never found. Ooh, useless hero! Oh god, that's a bit brutal, isn't it? Okay, reset the stage. I wanna know, since it appeared like everything now is blocked. Like, I have these three endings? Hold up. Oh, yeah, right, only 3. Maiden, hero, maiden, and underling. So I need to do something with the maiden first. Oh, okay. Antisocial. Okay, I can do that. Not hungry, please don't eat me. Ba-ba-ba. Introduce yourself. You want to learn more about her and how she thinks. You insist on staying to talk with her more. The Overlord tells you again that you should get lost. How rude! You just got here. Obey her. Oh, this is adorable. You don't want to cause any trouble, so you figure it's time to go home. Along the way, you encounter a hero. He asks you what you were doing. You don't know how the Overlord... Don't you know the Overlord Castle is like right there? Like this obvious big building? How could you have overlooked that? You explain everything that happened. The hero seems to think you're lying to him. He asks if you've been brainwashed by the demons. What nerve! You are very upset that this so-called hero would treat you this way and leave it in a huff. Oh, I think I know where this ending is going and I don't like it. No, okay, this is a better ending. Oh, thank God. I know what other ending is coming and I don't like that one. You return to the village, alone. Everyone was very worried about you. They surround you with thousands of questions. Oh, I don't like this end either. Oh, I also remember this one now. They surround you with thousands questions and you tell them your story. As you explain that the Overlord never had any intentions to harm everyone here, you notice a look of uncertainty in the crowd. People are whispering things to each other while you speak to them. You are loudly interrupted by an older man. He rudely calls you a demon sympathizer? The crowd is growing unruly. You don't understand. You only told them the truth. Do they not believe you? Everyone begins speculating on what must have actually happened. They weave elaborate lies and ask you to prove your innocence. How could you have returned without the aid of a hero, they ask. You could not have possibly escaped the Overlord on your own without harm. You must be conspiring with the demons, trying to trick everyone into believing they aren't the horrible creatures we know them to be. So they say. Have the people of your village always been this blinded by their fears and hatred of things they've never cared to know? I mean, yeah, obviously, that they based their whole life off of lies. Or, well, not lies, like myths, sayings, stuff like that. You wonder how you missed that before. You are seized by the crowd, and voices from all sides are calling for public execution. You are to be burnt at the stake. You don't want to die? You wonder, would it have been better to hide the truth? You don't like the thought of that. You always lived honestly. So why was this? Why has this happened? Why are you being punished? You hear the dissenting voices of your family and neighbors, but they, like you, are powerless against the momentum. They can only watch as you burn, and you can only cry for them. You are so, so sorry. Executed maiden ending. How? Okay, there we go. You would take the chance at the castle. You're a hero after all, this is your job. On your way to the Overlord castle, you spot a maiden heading back towards the village. She couldn't have come from the Overlord's castle, could she? This may be the exact maiden you're currently seeking to rescue. I like how she's just walking so happily and he's like, how is she alive? You approach her with curiosity. You ask the maiden what she's doing. Doesn't she know the Overlord's castle is like right there? It's dangerous. The maiden explains that you spoke to the Overlord. And it turns out the demons never had any diabolical plans to harm the village or anyone in it. Believe her story. You have no reason to assume she's lying to you. Even though her story is kind of hard to believe, you feel you should trust her. You tell her you're pretty surprised that everyone has been wrong about demons all along. The townspeople must be informed of this immediately. The two of you return to the village. They had all been so worried. They praise you for your bravery, but the maiden quickly sets the record straight. There was nothing she needed to be rescued from in the first place. The villagers look to you for explanation. You politely informed them that it isn't your story to tell. You merely ran into her on the way to the castle. She explains that the Overlord isn't interested in capturing maidens or anything of that sort. The villagers turn to you in disbelief. They aren't being subtle in how little they trust in this maiden's story. You totally believe her, but to placate their fair citizens, you volunteer to speak to the demon personally, just in case. The crowd breaks into hushed whispers. You're too busy to think about a great and reliable hero you are to hear what they are saying. The town elder's voice breaks you out of your thought. He implores you to meet with the Overlord immediately and says they will all keep an eye on the maiden until you return. That's the same dude as Ned. Something tells me that if the hero goes, they are still gonna burn the maiden. You figure that sounds right, but the mood is kind of intense for some reason. Did you miss something? You aren't sure what's going on, but you get the feeling it might be bad to leave the maiden on her own. But she suddenly takes off running. Oh, you thought the two of you were in this together? Her actions have convinced the crowd that she's obviously a liar and a witch from the start. People were shouting for you to hunt her and her demon friends down already, but that doesn't sound like a very erotic test. You can't help but feel these people are wrong. It's up to you to catch up to her and talk to the demons in order to clear up this misunderstanding. You valiantly dash after the maiden towards the Overlord's castle. But you are too late. Through the unguarded gates, you spot a group of demons surrounding a body. The maiden, she was a fool to have trusted the demons after all. Your hero blood is boiling. You will avenge her death. You charge through the gates and eliminate every demon you see. What the are you doing, killing all my soldiers? The Overlord is angry. You vow to exterminate her and all her of demon kind. You slash again and again, but the Overlord is going down easy. You're both dangerously low on health when everything goes black. Your quest has come to an abrupt end. Unlucky hero ending. Okay, okay, okay. Trusting, yes. I want to go with like the story where she can't be trusted. You aren't sure you should listen to this maiden. You've been taught the whole life that demons are evil. You ask if she's sure about this, but she gets very upset and you think that you think she would lie to you. She storms off before you can say anything else. You decide to return to the village, certain that she must have been the kidnapped maiden you were sent to rescue, glad that took care of itself. You take your time walking home. Your job well done today, you think to yourself. As you walk past the town square, you notice the whole village is crowded around. Is that the maiden you saw earlier? She's bound to the wooden stake. The crowd is in frenzy. Oh god, that's horrifying. Smoke begins to rise, and you stand idly by as flames consume the maiden. She must have done something horrible to deserve that. She seems nice though, you think. But evil comes in all forms, you reassure yourself. You decide to call it a day and return to your house, but you can't escape the sinking feeling. Maybe you aren't cut out for this role. Spectator hero. Okay, one ending left for the hero. Okay, but like trusting and then. Because if we go with trusting, hold up. Then like, yeah, that's it. And it's also not if we're going this way, because then maybe it's this. Maiden heading back towards the village. Blah 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 blah. As she runs from you for some reason, you wonder what it's all about, but then you remember you're covered in demon blood. At least this story is a bit smarter, like, oh right, I'm covered in blood. Not wanting to look like you're a crazy person chasing after her or anything, you nonchalantly walk back to the town. As you walk past town square, you notice that the whole village, this is the whole ending from Ned, yeah. Spectator ending B. That was not the ending I needed, but let's go with the maiden. I feel like we need to go trusting with the maiden now. Wrong button, my bad. It's very surprised that demons don't seem to be as malicious as you were raised to believe. The two of you return to the village, hoping to communicate this to everyone. This looks cute. Look. Not like, but like, again with like the whole sunset also in the background. I still think the maiden and the overlord are a cuter couple though, since they actually have feelings for each other, and like the maiden falls in love with the hero trope is like really overused and most of the time kind of really boring. They all had been so worried and are very glad that the hero brought you back. You quickly set the record straight. You weren't rescued. There was nothing to be rescued from in the first place. The village seems confused and look at the hero for an explanation. He tells them that the owner ran into you on his way to the castle, and it isn't really his story to tell. He'll explain to them how you met the overlord, and that she's not actually interested in capturing maidens or other mean things like that. Oh, she looks so pissed. I pity her. The villagers look again to the hero for confirmation. You feel a little miffed that they seem to prefer his word over yours, but you don't say anything about it. The hero proclaims that he believes your story, but volunteers to go to talk to the demons himself, just to be absolutely sure. The crowd breaks into hushed whispers. You hear words like trickery and demon sympathizer being thrown around, which makes you frown. You're pretty shocked that everyone is this hesitant to believe you. Does the hero even trust you? You aren't sure anymore. The old man implores the hero to speak with the overlord immediately. He says you should be held prisoner and considered dangerous until the hero returns. Much to your disbelief, the crowd agrees with him. Because of course, you were conspiring with the demons. They can't afford to let their guard down. The whole village would be slaughtered by monsters. The hero isn't saying anything. He'll be tied up and tossed into a cell at this rate. If you're going to be held captive by anyone, it's going to be the overlord, not your fellow countryman. Grab the hero. You boldly announce that you will accompany the hero to prove yourself. You rather risk what's out there instead of staying in a village that doesn't trust you. No one seems to know how to react. You grab the hero by the wrist and take off before anyone stops you. Okay, and this is the spy assassinating the overlord. You have to warn her, but the hero shakes his head. He says that if this is the true nature of demons, the world is better off with less of them. This isn't right, you think. What kind of hero passes up the chance to save a life? The demons have noticed you. It's now or never. You take off into the castle, and an unreliable hero follows shortly after. You burst into the overlord's room. All your words spill out at once. You should probably slow down, but there's no time. The overlord seems to have followed your frantic explanation, but clearly doesn't understand the urgency of the situation. What? Underling you recognize from before barges in, calling you a liar. You're surprised they were part of this evil plot. They seemed so nice. The other demons come in right after them, saying the whole thing was the first underling's idea. Everyone is shouting at each other. It's really stressing you out. Fair enough. Yeah, you are relieved when the overlord demands silence. She threatens them with violence, and you think she is very overlord-like in this moment? The group of demons hiss to each other before shutting the door, leaving the little one behind. You watch as it pounds on the door in distress. You have they locked you all in? You have a bad feeling about this, yeah. And thinking must have jinxed it, because now the room is enveloped in flames. If only you had ignored those demons before, you and the hero wouldn't have stumbled in this situation. If you had just pretended not to hear them, if you left as you were told, only the overlord would have been killed. You couldn't have done that. That path isn't an option for you. You think that no matter what, you will always strive for the path where everyone survives. It must exist. It simply must. Overlord seizes her underling. They beg for their life. You pray. You don't know what else to do. So you just pray. The overlord spares the underling. You feel relieved, but does that make any difference? Will you all burn together? True ending, maiden. It can't end like they keep collending. Yeah, I will keep collending bad endings. Okay. That means that is how we end the thing. Since it said it can't end like this. So that is the whole the ending. Leave her story. Yeah, but oh. As you stand there, not sure what to do, the maiden announced that she is going to prove her story to the village. She drags you along with her. She has much better odds with you around, so you don't object. Adventure awaits. You make it to the castle. You spy a group of suspicious demons hanging around near the entrance, and you can't help but overhear their conversation. Yeah, this one I already had, so this is not the ending I was trying to get, right? Maybe if the underling is a coward? What up? Ah, here. But about halfway, there the maiden suddenly stops. Something's not right. Oh, the Overlord's castle is enveloped in flames. She suddenly takes off towards the burning castle. Panic set in, and you follow to try to stop her. The smoke is so thick, you're already lost sight of her. What is she thinking? It's too dangerous to continue. You feel hopeless. You stand alone at the castle's gate. Your body won't allow you to take another step forward. No, going in there would be suicide. You will return to the villagers, and tell them there was nothing you could do. You were too late. The maiden was claimed by the demons. Bystander hero ending B. A letter flutters down from behind the curtain. You found lost letter number 1. Reset the stage. I'm still gonna try to find all of them before I will read them. Okay. Hero underling. Maiden. I feel like I want to do the underling first, since the maiden has still things locked behind the underling. Quick. Yeah. When the maiden realizes you're not gonna hurt her, she regains her composure. Now she starts talking to you like your friends or something. You don't understand humans at all. You speak the same language, of course, which has always confused you. Thank you! That was my thing too. Like, why are they speaking the same language? It doesn't make sense. Because why is there conveniently only one language in the world? Yeah! If demons and humans have independent societies, wouldn't it make more sense for them to each have their own language? This is exactly repeating what I said earlier. This is great. The maiden is going on and on about some kind of destiny she's trying to fulfill. Yeah, blah 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 blah. Disloyal. Ah, there we go. You and your friends turn to notice a pair of humans have overheard your entire conversation. They have taken off into the castle. Are they headed for the Overlord's room? The Overlord will kill you for sure if they found out you were conspiring to take her out. You dash in the castle after the humans. They are clearly already planning this. Like, he's obvious was they obvious or just bait or something like that. Oh, this looks cute. Sure enough, the maiden's already frantically yelling the Overlord's, telling the Overlord everything. You shout that the humans are liars. Your friends soon arrive to back you up, except they don't. Instead, they blame the whole thing on you. They cry that it was all their idea, and that they were just going with you, with the flow. You too scared to refuse your crazy plan. That demon, like the underling, they are not that strong. They could have easily taken him out. That is the most unbelievable excuse I've ever heard. You can't believe they tell the Overlord such a blatant lie. Exactly. You always knew better than to trust them. You are the one who didn't have a choice here. You all shout for each other until the Overlord demands silence. Recklessly of relentless conspiracy, I have no choice but to punish everyone. To keep you all in your place, crushed beneath my heel. She sounds tough, but lately all she does is sleep. You doubt her strength. You hear your traitorous friends mutter something about going back to Plan A, and suddenly the door slams shut. You're trapped in here with the Overlord and the 2 humans. And then the room bursts into flames. You pound on the door, scream curses at those who betray you. The hero joins you, vowing to slay the lot of them. You wish he'd get the chance. I've been streaming for too long and speaking for too long. Speaking is becoming harder. The Overlord grabs you by the throat. You cry for mercy. You were forced into this mess. You're sure now that they would have killed you if you sided with her. To your surprise, the Overlord spares you. Or maybe she rather see you suffer instead. Looking around, you've just gone from one death end to another. The maiden is crying and the hero is silent. You all burn together. What's this thing going to say? Oh, nothing? Oh. Okay, and then ending. Possessive. Okay. I do want to hurry this up a bit. You sneak up to the Overlord's room, but there are a couple of humans in there. You watch the scene unfold. You aren't sure why, but the Overlord suddenly cuts down the hero. She approaches the maiden you brought to her earlier. With the Overlord distracted, you figure this is as good as a chance as any. You launch a sneak attack, getting her right in the back. She flinches, giving you enough advantage to take her down. You rip the Overlord apart until she stops moving. That was messier than you would have liked. The maiden murders something from the corner. Thank you for saving me. It wasn't your intention, but it sounds like you did something heroic. You tell the maiden to go home. This place is dangerous. She followed your advice and leaves the castle. Your castle! You are now the new Overlord. Heroic underling. Okay, interesting. Resolute, trusting, obedient. Yeah, okay. Wait, what is this ending? This ending looks a bit quicker than this, so... tyrant, disloyal, hungry... Oh, okay. You just need to be, a bit mean at the end. Right? Chicken out. You don't want to kill her, you can't go through with it. You turn to leave the room, but you find your friends blocking the exit. In a panic whisper, you ask them to let you out. It seems to have been their way of testing your loyalty. You tell them this is pretty F up and ask again to be let out. The Overlord stirs in her bed while your head is turned. The demons shut the door. You scramble into the Overlord's closet to hide before she wakes up and sees you. There's nothing you could possibly say to explain this and survive. Oh, so that was... I was like, wait, if he is here with this ending, or if they are here with this ending, then where were they in like the Overlord, his and her ending? I'm just gonna mix up every pronouns now. Great. But if they hit in the closet, that's I mean, they fit, but like it's not gonna save them in the end. You're trembling. You can't believe those a-holes would bully you like this. You feel like crying. Light flickers at your feet. It doesn't take long to realize they set the room on fire. You hear the Overlord trying to get the door to open. To no avail. You're both trapped. Too afraid to move, you resign yourself to your fate. You and the Overlord burn together. Interesting. I didn't expect that one, to be honest. Yeah. Okay, one more ending to go. Okay, the Overlord has to be antisocial, obedient, trusting, resolute. Okay, that's not that. This is not that hard to get, I believe. Nope, it's harder to get than I thought. Never mind, I take it back. Obedient, antisocial. Was she a tyrant? No. Merciful. Merciful, maybe. Oh, I think I'm not supposed to let her be merciful. but the Overlord doesn't hear your pleas. She drives her claws into your chest. At least she made it quick. Traitor underling ending. A letter flutters down from beyond the curtain. You found lost letter number 3. Then we only need to finish the maiden. We're almost done! And it almost took us 3 hours, which honestly, fair enough. It was about as long as I expected it to be. Okay, meets the Overlord, antisocial, obedient, trusting. Yeah, okay. Let's see where this goes. Leave on your own. We didn't do that one last time. You can prove yourself without anyone's help. You make a run for the Overlord's castle, leaving the hero behind. They're talking about assassinating the Overlord. They immediately notice you overheard them. They not recognize you from before. Is the first to do something about it. This is just the way it has to be. They suddenly attack you. In that moment, you regret having ever trusted the demons. You die instantly, okay? That's brutal. I didn't expect it to be that brutal, to be honest. What ending did I get? Hold up. Oh, this one. Okay. Maybe if he is coward. I think he needs to be a coward. Obey her. Leave on your own. But as you get closer, you start to notice a tower of black smoke darkening the beautiful blue sky. The castle is enveloped in flames? What in God's name could have happened? You scan the fleeing demons, but the Overlord isn't among them. Against your better judgment, you rush into the burning castle to find her. You quickly reach the Overlord room, but the door is shut tight. The handle is too hot to touch. You're too weak to force it open. You pound your fist against the door helplessly. What were you thinking? This is all because you'd forgotten your role. Only a hero could pull this kind of thing off. You start to cough. The smoke is too thick. You can hardly breathe. You realize you have to get... you haven't got much time left now. You desperately head towards the stairs to save yourself. But the fire spread faster than you expected. You won't make it outside. Oh, this is sad. No. You can't help but laugh. What a joke. A maiden saving the Overlord. If I just stayed true to your rules, things wouldn't have ended like this. Oh, she's so crying. No. Little one, no. This is exactly the kind of punishment you deserved. You let the demon fire cleanse your rotten soul. Selfless maiden. 2 more endings. Which one? Disloyal and then... Which one? This one first. We can do that one first. Disloyal. Wait, the hero disloyal. Okay. Let's skip to this for a bit. Run with the hero. Nope. That keep collecting bad endings. I'm gonna misclick there for once and I'm gonna panic. Oh, she needs to be not merciful. That's kind of obvious, to be honest. Yeah, the Overlord claws pierces the underling's chest. They scream, an awful scream. She digs and twists her claws into the poor thing, while you continue to pray. There's no saving any of you now. You, the Overlord, the hero, and the underling's corpse are consumed by flames. Eroded maiden ending. Okay, then there's only one ending I need left, and then I complete the game. Is loyal. Interesting. How am I gonna get that one? Now I need to think for a moment. You obey her, we leave alone, and then we die by them. But if he isn't disloyal, is that the thing? He needs to be not disloyal. No, because then we die by the fire. How do we get that one? So they need to be disloyal. But this doesn't really matter anymore. Go alone. No. Eh. Okay, hold up. Now I'm just gonna skip through a bit. Obey her. Do I need to unlock this one first? Okay, heroes trusting, obedient, antisocial, blah 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 blah. Okay, let's see where this goes. Oh, this is the new ending. Okay. Good that I looked there. Then I'm gonna check. You and your friends turn to notice the maiden from earlier has overheard your entire conversation. It'd be bad for you if the Overlord found out about this. Oh, and now those are in the dungeons. Now we can have the captor. You and your friends seize the maiden and bring her to the dungeon under the castle. It's empty save for the decorative skulls. They are only there to make it feel more spooky. The maiden is very upset. You leave her in the cell to continue scheming with your friends. But now a hero has arrived in front of the gates. He's asked about the maiden, perhaps the very one you just locked up. A gatekeeper who must have seen everything tells the hero exactly what happened. That's just mean. What an idiot! You think, given the hero an excuse to start slaughtering us? Yeah, the hero yells, prepare to face justice! And others such cliche hero lines before driving his sword into the gatekeeper's torso. That is kind of stupid on that demon's behalf. Like, yeah, you legit just gave him a reason to attack everyone there since the maiden got captured. You're small compared to a lot of your friends, so you're able to slip away without getting caught up by that sword. You get to thinking, if this hero took down the Lord Overlord for you, everything might actually work out in your favor. You wait for things to die down outside before poking your head out. You spot the Overlord and the hero locked in battle. They have worn each other down, making this very easy for you. Once an opening presents itself, you hit the back of the hero's head, knocking him out. What are you doing? Couldn't you tell this was a duel? Oh, you don't respond. You have to carry out the assassination. You tackle her and rip her to shreds with your claws until she stops moving. You finish off the hero next. You can't let him revive and come after you later. Kind of a cheap victory, but it doesn't make any difference. Anyone who managed to survive comes clawing out of their hiding places. You are the new ruler of the castle. Your subjects bow before you. You live in fear that they... Yeah, okay, blah, 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 blah. This ending we already had. Interesting. Puppet Master. Unlock all actors' behaviors. Captor. Yes, please. Polite. Obey her. Go in your own. They immediately notice you overheard them and decided to lock you up in a dungeon before you can cause any trouble. You cry out before the demons ignore your protests. You can't believe you escaped possibly being thrown in a cell back in your village, only to be tossed in this awful place. This is terrible. Who's going to keep those demons from harming the Overlord? You hope she can fend for herself, but you sure can't. You hear the sounds of a battle echoing through the halls outside. Did the hero follow you? If he's out there, your cries don't reach him. After a while, the violence seems to die down. It's impossible to tell what happened. You continue to wait, but no one comes from you. Unable to escape, you rot in that cell. Oh, that's sad. A letter flutters down from behind. We found all the letters. Letter collector achievement. Okay. My love, it just isn't fair at all, is it? For them to force us apart like this? It's unreasonable. Cruel. I had to find an outlet for this grief somehow, so I decided to write, and I will keep writing until the day you find me once more, and then maybe we could write a story together. I'm waiting for that day. Forever yours, Tragedy. Okay. My love, I finally fulfilled a childhood dream of mine. Yes, that's right. I opened up my very own theater. You would be so proud if you could only see it. I know how much it would have meant to you to be at my side on opening night. I'm sorry for going ahead without you, but I felt my theater would become world famous. Then maybe you just might hear of it. Wherever you are, forever yours, Tragedy. My love, I've been feeling a little depressed lately. Many patrons have come to my theater, but none of so far have stayed to experience every tale in its entirely. The critics haven't exactly been kind, but I understand my stories aren't exactly crowd pleasers. Despite that, you always listen to the very end. I'm grateful for that. Hope to see you again soon. Forever yours, Tragedy. My love, do you remember when we first met? I had just finished one of my scripts, one I was quite proud of. In fact, as I read it out loud, you happened to pass by. What a terrible ending, you said. Why should these poor fools have to die? You were so rude. You wouldn't accept any of my justifications, and yet you managed to convince me it really would be better if anyone could live in harmony, however unrealistic that felt. I would look back fondly on that day. Even now, I wonder if somewhere you're thinking of it too. Forever yours, Tragedy. That's so sweet. Okay. Now captor, antisocial, trusting. Yeah. Because we all need to burn together in the room, right? Wait, no, I didn't give her... menu. Return. Okay. I need to give her merciful. I forgot about that. It can't end like this. You want to answer the maiden's prayers. You've decided to find a way to save everyone. But retracing the paths you've seen so far, there doesn't seem to be any room to avoid a bad ending. Is there really nothing you can do to keep them all from getting killed in the end? If there's nothing you can do by acting from within the story, maybe it's time to take things in your own hand. Hehe, I like this. Look at it. Look at it. I like it so much. It looks adorable. Question, question, question. You boldly insert yourself in this story and use your incredible powers to wrap everyone to safety. You didn't know you could do that. But what's going on here? I mean, you basically became God in the story, so I think you could do basically anything. you take a moment to get a good look at yourself. You are you, but why are you pitch black? You feel that this body doesn't accurately represent you, but you move past it. The hero, the maiden, the underling, and the overlord have been staring at you too. They look like they don't really know what they are supposed to be doing right now. You guess that's because you're usually the one guiding them. Okay, I really like this design. I find it adorable. I find every design great, by the way. What will you say to them? Hi guys! I've come to save you. Hi! I've come to save. You explain to the group that you have witnessed their many terrible intertwining fates, but now you're searching for a good ending. Of course, this makes no sense to any of them. Only the maiden understands your compassion. My prayers have been answered. You must be... Her god? No, you're merely the player. If there was any god there, they be the final boss. That's just how these role-playing games go. Fair enough, to be honest. I realize what the real true ending must be. Now, enough of this. I admit, I've been encouraging you all along. But a self-insert story? How pass? You watch helplessly as tragedy descends from the heavens. You didn't honestly believe you were the only one who could force your way into the stage, did you? I am the narrator, storyteller, god of the world. Call me tragedy if you like. Darkness envelops your party. You don't mind if I send each of them back? To relive one of their many bad endings, right? You are alone in the darkness within me, tragedy. I sincerely hope you've been enjoying your time in my theater. Though I can't abide your stealing the show without permission, it's quite disrespectful. I want to see something new. Are you trying to say my bad endings have gone out of style? You have some nerve. You think defeating me might just be the only way to see a better ending. It's all that's left for you, isn't it? Well, this does sound like it could be entertaining. Show me what you got. Time to fight God! I forgot about that. I didn't expect to fight God. The stage is set for your final battle against me, the god of this world. What will you do? How will you fight against tragedy itself? I love to see it. Attack. Try your best to tear down, but you can't seem to do any damage. You don't really exist in the world after all. Oh, is that really all? You will never defeat me like that. Wait, let me try. You're right. Perhaps you don't understand just how outclassed you are here. Ooh, that's so pretty. Behold my beautiful tragic tales. I read like tales as in tails, as in like wagging tails from a dog, for instance. And I thought, yeah, it looks pretty much like it. Doesn't seeing them all again make your heart ache? You witness all 41 of my painstaking crafting endings. You must be as much as a masochist as me. I commend your floatness. Surely these characters have a special place in your heart. They are still suffering backstage, you know. It's a shame they couldn't make it here to the end of the world. That's right, you came here to save them. You can't do this alone. Oh, summon. Yeah, summon the hero, I believe. You'll find the hero in his home, hunched over a sewing table. Your sudden intrusion scares the heck out of the poor guy. Are you some kind of demon? You explain that. No, you're not a demon. You are... How can you explain it in a way that the hero can understand? Instead, you ask what he's sewing. Oh, this? I craft all my own hero gear. That's adorable. But also, dude, you switch way too easy. Oh, you asking about my... Basically, it's a cosplay. You're asking about my cosplay. Let me talk about it. You can sense his pride in his hobby. You wonder if costumes are what attracted him to being the role of hero. Would you like some clothes? You don't seem to be wearing any. Oh, that's concerning. I'm just basically naked standing in this dude's house. Poor dude. You remember the state of your body and decide that yes, some clothes from the hero would be nice. He's overjoyed by your answer. Apparently his outfits are too gaudy for the other townfolk, so no one else wants them. The true end for the hero suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change his fate. I could make a living as a tailor rather than a hero? Please, tell me what I can do to reach that dream. The hero will now fight alongside you. I agreed to follow you, but I didn't expect to face something like this. The hero has arrived. We really couldn't have final boss battle without him. You're the one who has been killing us, murderer? I can't truly call myself a hero until I've defeated you. We will see about that. Tragedy attacks with terrible fate. Ow. We will summon another one. I didn't do that much damage yet. You happen to find the maiden as she exits the church, her heart set on meeting a demon. Perfect timing! She approached you, having already noticed your old form. Excuse me, are you a traveler? I've never seen anyone like you before. You are adorable, Jesus. To explain it, no, you're not a traveler. Well, maybe you are, in the sense that you've come all this way. The maiden regards you with excited curiosity. You're so cute. Then perhaps you might be a demon. I was hoping I would meet one today. You think of all the terrible fates that hope would bring about. She is the catalyst of the story after all. My role as a maiden is to be captured by the Overlord. But you see, I've grown so tired of waiting. You remember this part. She wants to understand her role better, and so you ask what it is that she's really hoping to gain from this. The maiden is confused by your question. Perhaps it was simply as simple as wanting to reach the place she felt like she belonged. The true ending of the maiden suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change her fate. Is there something I can do to find fulfillment? Then please guide me. The maiden will now fight alongside you. Oh. What is this horrible creature? You wound me, dear maiden. Is tragedy really such a terrible thing to behold? Well, if it kills you over and over again. I remember you. I remember now. I remember all of these awful things you put us through. Then this should be familiar to you as well. Tragedy attacks with a terrible fate. Ouch. You approach the gate of the Overlord's castle. The underling is on guard duty as you expected. They call out to you. The other demon guard is sound asleep. Hey, you're pretty weird-looking intruder. What do you want? You explain it. No, you're not any intruder. Although you definitely intrude their story right now. Intruding the story. Yeah, fair enough. I am an intruder, but not the time you think I am. You tell the underling that you've come to save them from tragedy. Okay. Try saving me from boredom first. I hate this job. The underling snickers. You ask what kind of job they'd rather have. It's the best if I didn't have to work at all. I just wanna live a carefree life and never get bossed around or picked on. You think of the underling's friends who had bullied them in an assassination plot only to betray them in the end. If they keep better company, maybe they wouldn't be so restless. The true end of the underling suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change their fate. So there's a way. Even work can be fun. Sounds fake, but I will tag along with you just in case. The underling will now fight alongside you. Wait, what the F? You didn't say anything about a boss battle. Fair enough. The underling, You must be desperate to call on such an unreliable ally. Huh, if I beat this guy up, all my problems will be over? Oh, but it didn't work. It won't be that easy. Tragedy attacks with terrible fate. Yeah, that's a pretty terrible fate. Okay, summon the latest. You enter the Overlord's room, relieved to see that the fire contained to the torches on the wall. Fair enough. When you close the door behind you, the Overlord rises from her slumber. Who are you? Have you come to reside in my castle and serve me? No. No. You explain that no. You're not here to serve her. It's more like you've come to do her a favor. You ask why she spends all her days sleeping instead of commanding her demon army, and she laughs in response. Many of my underlings certainly think I should be more aggressive with the humans, like my father was before me. His quest for revenge was endless and self-perpetuating. There's a reason I had to destroy him. You can't help but think it's a little late in the game to be getting some new backstory. Yes it is. I have no interest in waging war on the humans. I merely wish to be left alone, to live a peaceful, indulgent life in my castle. You realize you must actually be very lonely and only surrounded by soldiers instead of friends. No wonder she gets so attached to the maiden. That's not the only reason, and we both know that. The true end for the Overlord suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change your fate. My own attempts at peace have been rather imperfect. If you offer a solution, then very well, I will follow you. The Overlord will now fight alongside you. I see, so this is tragedy. This looks so cool. I like this so much, this is so great. Ah, you've brought the Overlord. I don't stand a chance now. You've prevented me from attaining peace for long enough. Prepare to die. I hope you're prepared to face your death as well. Tragedy attacks with terrible fate. Yeah. Haha, now that the whole party is here, can you solve my final puzzle? Which combination of your behaviors will open the path to your true ending? Show me. Okay. The hero has justice. The hero tries using his belief in the justice to fight tragedy. That justice applies to you too, does it not? Will you pay for your own misdeeds? Ooh. So it's willpower. Your reign of terror ends here, tragedy. I refuse to give in. The hero uses his willpower to overcome tragedy. Tragedy is reeling. The maiden has had hope all along, but it was a negative thing, but it also helped her. Our true endings do exist. They simply must. The maiden hopes with all her heart to overcome tragedy. Tragedy is reeling. I need to Google the word before I make this choice. What does tendency mean?
Tenacity.
Tenacity, never mind. Determined. I feel like mischief would be the answer. Learning trust, yeah, no, never mind. You're so much fun. Would you be a reminder to where mischief would lead you? Yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, okay, tendency. Knock me down and I will just come back stronger. The underlying trust tendency to, yeah. Freddy is reeling. Oh, ambition. I will reach my true ending with my own power. The Overlord uses ambition nature to overcome tragedy. This is it. With everyone's heart united, you take aim towards your best possible future. You all unleash one final attack to destroy tragedy all once and for all. I like how we did infinitive damage. That's funny. Oh no, broken mass, that looks so sad. Ha ha ha. You've done it. You have managed to defeat me. A tragedy ending for tragedy itself. I love it. Oh, a tragic ending for tragedy itself. I love it. I must thank you all for fulfilling your roles perfectly. Thank you, a hero, starring hero as himself, starring maiden as herself. Thank you, maiden, starring underling as themselves. Thank you, underling, starring overlord as herself. Thank you, overlord. Enough of this nonsense. We defeated you. So die already. Oh, that's brutal. Don't worry, I will be making my exit shortly. Finally, thank you. Most of all, we couldn't have made it here without you. Yes, my bad end. Theater did contain a truly good ending after all. I apologize for antagonizing you for so long. I wanted to deliver a satisfying story. Was I able to do it, I wonder? I'm so satisfied. This game is great, yes. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Happy endings shouldn't always come easy. Reality is not so kind. But you've earned this one. Here is your true ending. Achievement unlocked, your true end. You conquered tragedy. Free the actors from their terrible fate. Oh, and then they get all their happy endings. The hero becomes a tailor. He becomes what? Okay, now I'm gonna keep talking over this because now they're being sung and I don't know if this is copyright claimed or not and I'm panicking slightly. Hold up. Okay, I can still hear it. I muted it for you guys since I don't know if it's copyright claimed and it kind of made me... You can Google it elsewhere, but like, okay, this is fun. Oh, and they are together. That's so sweet. I believe the singing has stopped. That kind of gave me a bit of a panic. Baba Black Goat. Okay, I'm sorry, that's a funny name. Okay, but like, this game is great. I really like you have multiple endings that can give you like the ending. And well, not the ending, but just like all these different endings. And like every choice matters. You cannot make like one faulty mistake, since that will mess it up. This is so pretty though. Okay, music has stopped now. Your true end. Something is missing. Something is missing. Oh, you're still here. The curtains has closed for the final time. I'm shutting down my theater. There are no more tragedies left for me to tell after all. Me? You like to know why I started this theater? Ah, because I'm obsessed with a bad ending, of course. Remove the mask. Oh, this is so cute. You gently raise your fingers to the cracks in my mask. Piece by piece, it falls apart in your hands, revealing... I should have warned you, this might affect what you think of my story. You couldn't help but compare my face to the maiden's. Oh, yeah. I'm not her, but it's not like she isn't me necessarily. That's how it is with fiction. Would you like to hear not another ending, but the truth? Tell me. Alright, one last story. You may already know this, but it doesn't have a happy ending. First, I will set the stage. In this world, there are no such things as demons or even heroes, really. There was a girl eager to set out to fulfill some sort of destiny. That part was true. She met someone, another girl. A running theme, isn't it? The maiden and the overlord. Two were inseparable. For a time, everything was just wonderful. But their families, the communities they came from, neither could approve of their relationship. That is the reality for many. Despair was no different. Despite their efforts, the world was intended on pulling them apart. No, we. We used to like the type of stories where love conquers all, where the strength of your love will pull you through any hardship and everything is okay in the end. I lost her, and then I started this theater. But the story does have an happy ending. Huh? I was hoping to find you. It's you! It's been so long. I thought I'd never see you again. You always think of the worst endings. I wasn't able to give up just because things got difficult. Why didn't you reveal yourself sooner? I feel like such a fool. I could say the same to you. You knew I could never resist giving your stories a happy ending. Of course I would be drawn to a place like this. Yes, but I didn't think it would actually work. Sometimes everything does turn out okay in the end. Thank you for reminding me of that. I love you. I love you too. That's the cute ending I remember. Now truly everyone can live happily after. Tragedies end. And I missed like 2 achievements. Now I am annoyed. Which 2 did I miss? Just out of curiosity. Can I see? Total reset. Oh, okay. That has to do with resetting. I'm not gonna do that now. Okay. That was an interesting game. Oh, now I've unlocked the music. Okay. I will I'm gonna end the stream here since I've been streaming for a long while and I want to go to bed since I'm getting tired. But thank you all for watching the stream. I might go live tomorrow, otherwise it will probably be Wednesday, next Wednesday, which is scheduled when I will go live. I will probably do either Stardew Valley or Spiritfarer again, since it's been a while since I played Spiritfarer, but also Stardew Valley is a lot of fun. So I will have to see which one of the games I will be playing, but yeah. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this game, even if it was pretty sad most of the time. And I will see you next time. Bye bye.